Beautiful Thomas More Stadium, and once again overcast and rainy. Florence, Kentucky. It's game 2 of the 3-game series between the Florence Yalls and the Lake Erie Crushers. Welcome to Frontier League Baseball on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Yalls Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Howe are here for game 2 of the 3-game series, fresh off a Florence 6-4 win yesterday. Ben, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great today. Feeling great after that a win for Florence that I think was just gutsy. Again, another one where not everything was going well. You look at Richardson, Zeisler, Bobo, your big three. They go combined 0 for 3 in that game, and you still pick up a W. So great games for Beadle and for Broussard, and I think that's just huge to get everyone going, everyone on the right foot moving forward.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see those guys go over many times. Obviously, Zeisler, the captain, one of the best players in the Frontier League. Zade Richardson right up there in batting average, and obviously Brendan Bobo in RBIs. All of those key contributors for Florence, and they were able to get a win without any of them getting a hit, only one of them actually getting on base. So that is right. That is a big point. Plus, you also saw some pretty good pitching from Yannicker Villalobos. Seemed like a classic Yannicker Villalobos stat line. 6 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 runs, limited walks, only 1 walk, 4 Ks. Didn't get the decision. Was good enough to leave with the lead, and Florence had 2 spectacular outings from Danny Heinz out of the pen. Plus, you only used 2 bullpen pieces. Should be a fresh bullpen tonight, and we got a new face in the lineup tonight as well.
Should be, with the off day on Monday too. Should be really good moving forward with the bullpen. Yeah, Cole Brandon. I'm excited to see him in a Florence uniform. His batting average in Gateway, I don't think indicative quite of what the kind of ball player that Brandon is. He's a good hitter. He's got some pretty good moments in his career, and it's all about the right situation for some guys. So you're obviously hoping that's what it is for Brandon. Not that they need him by any means to be a top end of the lineup bat. They really don't. They need him to be a defensive guy that can be a placeholder here and there and play the outfield and make some things happen at the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, and, we mentioned every time we're facing him that he's a tough out. He's a tough out. He sees a lot of pitches. I'm certainly glad that he's on our team now and hopefully continue to be a tough out for these Lake Erie Crushers pitching. Speaking of, it's Kobe Reeves, a left-handed pitcher, 0-0 with a 3.38 ERA. Has not had much action, but it's another lefty that Florence has to figure out. Florence pretty good against lefties, actually, here at Thomas More Stadium.
They have been. Marcus Brodell, a big piece of that. He's not in the lineup today. Brandon getting the start. But, I think it's big for Florence not to really just, look at that matchup particular against lefties, but Reeves, somebody who most of his appearances this year have come in relief over in New York. So kind of coming into that starter build for Lake Erie and getting into a new role. Just kind of, avoid him getting comfortable. That's the biggest thing. Let's just knock him around a little bit, get to him early. With, like you said, with Cole Brandon, the whole team can do just work really long at bats and make them, like I said, uncomfortable.
Evan Webster will be the starting pitcher for Florence, 9-5 with a 4.27 ERA. He does lead the league in wins right now. Webster has looked very good, this season. Obviously, his last 2 times out, it's been a pretty similar stat line. 4 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. The Ks were higher, 7 and 6 in both of those. He did keep the ball in the ballpark, which is great. Only 9 home runs allowed this season. Webster has been a guy for Florence that you can rely on day in and day out, and you got to feel pretty good about that, possibly winning the series today.
You do. We said coming in, this rotation really worked out for Florence, who they're going to throw out this week. Villalobos, Webster, and Lawson, and you feel really comfortable with those guys moving forward. Webster, just another guy who, he's not going to give you 6 scoreless every time. No, he definitely has the capability of doing something like that, but he's going to give you some length. He's going to give the bullpen some rest, and he'll keep you in the game at the very, very least.
Yeah, and that's, exactly what Florence needs. They don't need much from the pitching staff. They need strikes, and they need, just a low run total. And obviously you could say that for any pitching, any team. Florence just a very good offense that's averaging 6.28 or 6 runs. 6.28 runs on the season, 6.91 in total. But this specific 5 for Florence is, 5-man rotation right now as it stands. Webster, Villalobos, Lawson, Blowers, and Gerard. Florence is 24-11 when they are on the mound, 31-16 total. It is pretty exciting to see for this 5. Hopefully Florence has found their 5 for the playoff run. That's exactly where we are at. Florence did not make any ground, didn't lose any ground yesterday. Evansville obviously won, Windy City won, Washington won, so didn't get to gain anything on anyone. But, still keeping pace there. That magic number is now
16
to make the playoffs there for Florence. It is an exciting stretch run the rest of the way. Wrestling Wendy's Wednesday here at Thomas More Stadium. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for the away team, Lake Erie Crushers. Leading things off, the designated hitter, Joe Redfield. Batting second, the second baseman, Luis Acevedo. Batting third, the third baseman, Paven Parks. Over in the cleanup spot, the first baseman, Chayton Krause. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Samuel Benjamin. Inserted into right field, batting sixth, Chase Nixon. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Jared Watkins. Doing the catching again will be Nick Chavez. And rounding out the center fielder, Nathan Archer. On the flip side for Florence, similar lineup to yesterday with the insertion of Cole Brandon. Milo Rushford in left field, Brett Blomquist at second. Batting third, the first baseman, Hank Zeisler. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, Zade Richardson. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Brendan Bobo. In the the sixth slot, the third baseman, Garrett Broussard. Batting seventh is the center fielder, making his Florence debut, Cole Brannon. In the eighth slot, the shortstop, Dylan Baker, and rounding it out, the catcher, Kyle Harbison. Florence is heading out onto the field. The Y'alls are ready for action here at Thomas More Stadium. We'll pause on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we take a listen to our national anthem. Don't go anywhere. More Florence Y'alls baseball coming up on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for first pitch here at Thomas More Stadium. The southpaw, Evan Webster, dials it up for Florence on the mound, 9-5 with a 4.27 ERA. Webster, the ace of the Y'alls, looking to put this series away, give them a quick two-game series win. That'd be great.
That would be outstanding. They've done really well in these first couple games of home series. Obviously, they've done well in any type of game at a home game this year. Very good 28-10 home record. They've just really enjoyed playing at Thomas More Stadium. They know it. They know it well. Pitchers love pitching here at home. Webster's one of those.
And I want to say, the Florence faithful, having a lot to do with that. We'll see tonight. Not too many with those, rainstorms, all throughout the day. It's been a pretty dark day here, I would say, at Thomas More Stadium with a lot of rain. I want to say my seat is dry, but I can't fully tell you. I'm still feeling a little something, I got to say. But we are ready to see how this Florence team does against the Lake Erie Crushers, round two, game two of the three-game series. The Y'alls in the white with baby blue pinstripe jerseys, baby blue pinstripe pants, the red, white, and blue caps. Lake Erie goes for those black jerseys we were mentioning yesterday. Gray pants with the purple caps for the away team Crushers. Evan Webster, so far this season, at one point had registered in every single start that he had.
That was until the last 2 starts. He was all the way. No decision in each of the last 2.
He did face Lake Erie back on May 26, earned a win. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 6 Ks. That was in the midst of a 5-game win streak for Webster. Since then, he dialed 3 in a row from July 12th to the 24th and earned 2 no decisions his last 2 times out. Against Sussex County, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 6 Ks. Webster with both parents in the crowd tonight. Got to meet both of them for the first time. I've seen Tommy's name pop up several times on the YouTube audio stream, but got to meet him for the first time in person today. First pitch, in there for a strike, dialed up on the outer half. 0-1 the count to Joe Redfield, the lefty. And a great day at the plate yesterday, 3 for 5 with an RBI. Hitting .263 on the season. Swing and a miss, top of the zone, goes chasing on that off speed.
Yeah, well, when Webster's gotten beat this season, and it hasn't been much, it has not been with the walks. It's somebody who is just so good at limiting those walks. He's gotten hit around a couple starts. Again, not the majority of starts for him by any means. I am a huge fan of it. You're going to get beat at times. Just limit those walks.
Sideways windup, the 0-2. Sends it down the left field line. It's going to drop fair up and over the wall, that side wall, for a 2-strike double. Off speed, or I guess that is a fastball, 89 there, bottom of the zone. Just sent it the other way, a good piece from Redfield. He's a quality hitter.
Yeah, got to the bottom of the zone and waited and, was ready for the fastball.
Gets a lucky break there, obviously, with that very short wall. Barely kicked in, actually. Fair territory. Very close to being foul. Runner on second, nobody out, Luis Acevedo. Second baseman will dig in. First pitch, in there for a strike at 88, bottom of the zone. Evan Webster, I mean, what a arsenal he has. Fastball, cutter, curveball, slider, changeup, and has that knuckle. Haven't seen the knuckle as much. Yeah. Usually throws that, once people are starting to catch up to everything. He's had a pretty good rhythm this year where he hasn't had to use it too much. 0-1, skied out towards center field. With a beat on it coming in is Cole Brannon. He makes his first put out in a Florence Yells uniform. 1 away.
Good response by Webster. Yeah, that arsenal's tough. And that's why, the big reason that he's had such great success this year is also the game plan. I mean, he's done such a great job with the catching crew. Colin Gaines.
Brings up Haven Parks, another lefty. The big slugger for Lake Erie. He's got 16 cranks this season, going along with 62 RBIs. Just a .227 average. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch, off speed, swing and a miss. It's 3 first pitch strikes there from Webster.
That's the key right there.
Absolutely. It's a nice breaker, 1853 on the spin rate. He's got so many pitches, it's hard to determine the shape of all of them.
It is. It's tough to call
him. The 0-1. Misses downstairs at 89. Let's take a look at that defense for Florence. Milo Rushford in left field. You just saw Cole Brannon in center. Brendan Bobo, as always, in right. In the infield, staying the same. Broussard over at third. Baker at short. Blomquist at second. Hank Zeisler at first. And doing the catching today will be Kyle Harbison. So Brandon and Harbison, the new additions into the lineup for Florence. The 1-1. Slider misses just a hair outside. That did connect on TrackMan. Really good spot there from Webster. 21-29 on the spin rate. Two and 1 the count with 1 away and a runner on second in the opening frame. Runner takes off for third. The pitch misses outside, throw down. Gets away from Broussard into left field. That will bring home a run. Going to be an E2 on Kyle Harbison. And it's 1-0 Lake Erie.
We haven't seen that a whole lot from the catching crew, but that's a couple now in the last few games. Zach Beadle had one of those on Saturday. That'll cost you. I think he beats the throw there anyway, too.
Toby Hall with an early meeting on the mound. That pitch was also a strike.
Yeah, not even close.
He's got 2 in this. That should have been strike 3. And that was fully in the zone. This might be one of those moves where Toby's out there just to bring in the home plate umpire and talk to him early.
Let's see.
It's a veteran move. It's one if I ever get another season of coaching, I will use.
West Claremont.
West Claremont, JV baseball.
He was saying something to him.
Resuming play here, it's a 3-1 count. Again, those last two pitches both in the zone. Henry Shmulevitz behind home plate. Middle of the rubber from Webster is 3-1. Skies it out towards center field. Brandon all the way to the warning track. Backpedaling now in front of it, makes the grab. For out number 2, 2 flyouts to Cole Brandon. The ball's going to find you early.
It will. That's just how baseball works. It looked pretty good on both of them.
Chayton Krause, the right-handed bat, will step in. It's a lot of lefties, especially at the bottom of the order, midway through, I guess. Sam Benjamin, Chase Nixon, Jared Watkins, that's 3 lefties in a row. Then a switch hitter in Chavez, back to another lefty in Archer, and then circling back up to the top of the order in Redfield. Just 2 natural righties. You've seen both of them now. First pitch to Krause, misses outside.
Yeah, only 3 righties on this roster. It's really a unique makeup.
James Jett and Jacob Tobias both on the pine today. Saw them in the starting lineup yesterday. Off-speed catches the outer half. Alexander Castro brought in today. That one skied out to center field. Cole Brandon's going to find it again. Makes the grab. He gets all 3 outs in the first inning wearing a Florence Yells uniform. Go figure. A run comes across for Lake Erie. Will be an unearned run. We head to the bottom of the first. Florence gets their first crack when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the first inning, always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com to find a branch near you today. Florence gets their first crack at Kobe Reeves, Milo Rushford, Brett Blomquist, and Hank Zeisler. Kobe Reeves, first time facing Florence this season. Now the left-handed pitcher. Florence is able to get to Edwin Sanchez, the all-star, last night. First pitch to the lefty, Milo Rushford. A fastball in there for a strike at 89. 1979 on the spin rate. Dotted up in there. Reeves without a decision yet this season as a Lake Erie Crushers pitcher. 0-1. In there for strike 2. 29 2/3 innings pitched. 16 earned runs, 19 walks to 25 Ks. Oh, 2. Misses out. They have that while he was with the New York Boulders.
Yeah, well, this is obviously we've talked about it yesterday. A Lake Erie team that's just looking to fill their rotation any way they can. That's been their hardest thing this season. And you can look for other starters around the league. You can look for starters in the draft league. Could also try to convert a reliever to a starter, which is I think the plan here with Reeves.
Yeah.
He did only go 2 2/3. Obviously, you're going to have to build it up.
Skies that one down the left field line. He'll head over towards the bullpen. Count stays 1-2.
Maybe looking for 3 or 4 today if he's pretty good, but I would be surprised to see him go like 6 or 7 innings, normal starter length.
Rushford with a good at-bat to open up the ball game. Had one as well yesterday. Here's the 1-2. Misses out. Works it to a 2-2 count. It's good, thing for a leadoff man. See a lot of pitches early.
Oh, yeah.
Give everyone else a good look at what Reeves, especially, a guy like Reeves you have not seen. 2-2. Fouls it away. Spoils off another one. That was at 92 on the fastball. Florence pretty even against lefties this season. They do have a 10-9 record overall. 2-2 misses out. I don't want to say what I guess I can say. 7-1 at home. Thought it was 7-0 at first. Didn't want to jinx it. 7-1 at home against the lefty. They're just 3-8 on the road.
Well.
The payoff. Fouls it away again. Another full count here for Milo Rushford. Florence 32-19 when they start a lefty. Obviously the rotations, just dominated by lefties for the Yalls. Pretty much has been all season. I think there was just like a week or two where there were more righties than lefties. That's when you had Bargo, Westcott, and Lawson.
Yeah.
The payoff fouls it away. Nice at bat from Milo Rushford to open up this ball game.
Yeah, Bradley Wilson for a little bit, but other than that, that's about it for the righties.
Yeah. Yeah, Bradley Wilson would make this team very good. 3-2, hard hit up the middle. Nice at bat from Milo Rushford. First hit of the day for Florence, leadoff runner aboard. 100 off the bat too. That was just left way too middle from Reeves.
I mean, that's right. Rushford doing exactly what you said, just being a leadoff hitter and seeing as many pitches as possible. Until you get one you want to hit, and then there's not many better pitches you're going to get to hit than that.
Yeah, 85 right down Broadway. That'll bring up Brent Blomquist with a runner on first and nobody out in the bottom of the first. Florence trailing 1-0. Blomquist yesterday was 1 for 4 with a strikeout, still hitting .323 on the season. Shows bunt, pulls back, it goes behind, and all the way to the backstop. That's a free base for Milo Rushford. Now a runner in scoring position for Blomquist. I did like to see that he was squaring up. I don't know if that was just to try and get a sack or something going.
Yeah. Even though the runner gets over to second, you obviously still have the benefit of getting over to third with less than 2 outs if he wants to put it down again.
The RBI leader in Hank Zeisler. Top of the zone, no good. 2-0 the count. These black jerseys help your eyes a little bit more?
This is a lot better.
Because you see in black and white, right?
Yeah. I didn't see the jerseys yesterday. Now today I saw them.
There you go. Look at second, the 2-0. This is downstairs, the 3-0 count. Favorable here for Blomquist.
I just was glad to see back on Saturday when Florence and Brockton wore the same color jerseys because they were doing promo that everyone felt what I feel sometimes. Not being able to tell a difference in jersey color.
That was a red light all the way. Bat glued to the shoulder there for Blomquist. It's in there. 3-1. Might have to turn the crowd sound down from how loud it is here. 3-1. In there for a strike. Dots up the outer half. Payoff now.
That's a good call.
That's a good call. That's a good spot. 89 there, top of the zone. Straight over the top, it's 12 inches of vertical break.
Still think there are more people in the stands here than in Brockton on Friday and Sunday.
There you go. Payoff. Ground ball over towards the second baseman. Acevedo can't glove it. It goes into center field. Rushford will get a wave around home. An RBI single for Brad Blomquist. Florence takes the lead. Sorry, Florence ties it up.
Yeah, I thought Acevedo had a pretty good chance on that. I was getting ready to say, good thing that Rushford was able to get over to second and eliminate the double chance play until Acevedo couldn't handle it. Look, we've had a couple of these, and I think that is about as on the fence as it gets between an error and a hit. My vote is error, though.
Yeah, no, it's an the thing it has going for it is that it was 101 off the bat.
I mean, that is a tough play to make, but he was right in front of it.
He was right at it, yeah. E4, so not a single.
And it won't be an RBI.
And it won't be an RBI. Does tie the game at 1 regardless, which is all that matters.
Yeah.
How about that? Now, even on the scoreboard all the way through, a run, a hit, and an error for both ball clubs.
It's a lot of ones on the board. 1 run in each inning.
Maybe a 1-1 count here. Oh, misses inside. Now we got a 2 up there. 2-0 the count to the captain. Wild pitch as well. Move Blomquist over to second. Florence comes right back. It's got to be good for Webster to see.
Yeah. It's happened a lot this year. Every pitcher.
2-0. Misses in. Starting off another batter with a 3-0 count. That's back-to-back here for Reeves.
This is not a good start for Reeves or Lake Erie. Again, someone who's not going to go your typical starter length. What that means is also is he's not really used to having to get out of this and go another couple of innings, so it could be a quick trigger.
Yeah. 3-0 to captain. Connects on the outer half. What a spot. Three and 1 the count. Lefty-lefty battle. 3-1 pitch. Zeisler skies it to center. In comes Archer. He makes the grab. 92 off the bat there from Zeisler. Just hung up enough for Archer for out number 1.
Pretty good piece for Zeisler. We've seen that a lot from him.
All 4 putouts so far have been flyouts to center.
Wow. That is interesting.
Brings up Zade Richardson, 0 for 4 yesterday. 347 average still this season. 9 homers, 47 RBIs. He has a runner in scoring position. 924 OPS. Very good numbers from Richardson. First pitch to him. 2 inches downstairs. Called a strike. 0-1.
Richardson, another one. A couple of groundouts yesterday, but also a couple of nice pieces and an 0 for 4 day. He's got that a lot. Just a lot of lineouts.
I think he won the barrel percentage yesterday. Swing and a miss. He's down 0-2.
Not an 0 for 4 day.
Yeah. That's something, where you get all these barrels, and then all of a sudden, the one that's going to count is a bloop down the right field line.
Right. Which Richardson, he's got some of those too. I mean, just someone who's so good at putting the ball in play.
The 0-2 misses downstairs.
Favorite part about the game over a week ago in Sussex County, game number 1. I mean, an absolute bloop double for Richardson. Just a no man's land down the right field line between the first baseman and right fielder. That was the only run, scored the only run of the game in a 1-0 win for Florence.
One and 2 the count. Blomquist on second. 1 away. The 1-2. Richardson out towards right field. Nixon will grab it. Blomquist will retreat back to second. No tag there. It's another barrel from Richardson. 100 off the bat. Just right at the right fielder, Nixon. First put away. That's also not the center field. Brings up Bobo. Florence still trying to take a lead. It's a 1-1 ball game here in the first. Had no wrestling Wednesday, so I guess it's just Wendy's Wednesday today. Wrestling was canceled due to the inclement weather. To be fair, I wouldn't want to wrestle in the rain either.
That's why you're not a pro wrestler.
I guess. You know what? You're probably right. I'm sure they have gone through some horrendous conditions just for that. Oof. Seen the movie Here Comes the Boom?
I'm not.
That's a good one with Kevin James, where he's a UFC fighter. He has to fight in the rain at one point. 1-0, ground ball right side. Acevedo gloves this one. Throw on to first is in time. Florence picks up another run. Strands the runner at second. 1-1 as we head to the top of 2 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the second, a 1-1 ball game here at Thomas More Stadium. Evan Webster right back out to work. Could have got out of that last inning. Error did not help. Worked 3 flyouts to center field after. Brings up Sam Benjamin, Chase Nixon, and Jared Watkins. Does go down as a earned run, actually, because of the flyouts, even though it's scored on an E2. The fact that he already would have been at third with 3 flyouts after, one of those at least would have been a sacrifice. Technically, I guess you can't assume a sacrifice, but
Earned runs, I think you can. It's kind of that scorer's discretion.
0-1 misses outside. We've been talking a lot about scorer's discretion today. Yeah.
Man.
Two and 1 the count to the lefty Benjamin. Not in the lineup yesterday. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two-two pitch, ground ball, 2-hopper over towards Blomquist, swallows it up. Throw on to first is in time.
First grounder of the game for Florence defense.
4-3 on the put away, brings up another lefty in Chase Nixon. Nixon, the right fielder today. Hitting .300, just a homer and an RBI. Young career for him. Misses downstairs, 1-0 the count. The 1-0. In there for a strike, not called. 2-0. It has been a all over the place zone
tough
right
start,
now.
yeah.
Let's get to our Pella Window and Door umpire intro. Looking for a clear review of every call, trust Pella Window and Door to bring you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. That's Henry Shmulevitz behind home plate, as we already said. Down the first baseline, Elliott Brown. Down the third baseline, the crew chief, Alex Lowry. 2-1. In there, bottom of the zone, 2-2. Just going back and forth on some of these strikes.
Zone being shifted down maybe a little bit if there's any sort of trend.
2-2. Grounder, another high hopper over towards Blomquist. Fields it on the second hop. Throw on to first is in time. Back-to-back 4-3 putaways. Wouldn't this be interesting? 3 flyouts to center. Could we get three ground outs to second?
That'd be fun. Every defensive player gets an inning.
Yeah.
Webster strikes out the side next.
I wouldn't mind any of that, actually. How does the catcher get in on it?
Pop up.
Just
pop
3 pop-ups? That'd be an infuriating inning.
Walk, throw it out at second. Walk,
Yeah.
throw it out at second. Walk, throw it out at second.
Really nice slider there from Evan Webster. 0-1 the count to Jared Watkins. We're in lefty alley here. Another one right back to that same spot on the slider. 0-2. Still looking for his first K. Sideways windup. Kicks the 0-2. Ooh, top of the zone. Looked like he wanted it. Lays off. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2. Into left field on a line drive. Another 2-strike hit. Both of the hits today for Lake Erie have been on 2 strikes.
Yeah.
It's another good piece of hitting from Watkins. That one's outside the zone. He goes with it, sends it the other way.
Webster getting up 0-2, doing what he needs to do, and just leaving one up the zone.
Brings up the switch hitter, Nick Chavez. Switch hitting catcher, 270 on the season, 8 RBIs. Watkins over at first. Seen him have a hot foot in our time playing the Crushers. Last season and this. Harbison lines up outside. The 1-0 misses out.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him go. After an inning ago, the catcher makes an error on a throw to third.
True. Definitely a brighter start than what we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
The clouds this time at least are white. I mean, it was dark last time.
Still no sun.
Yeah. 2-0. Bounces in the dirt. 3-0 the count. Seems like a lot of the season ticket holders in attendance today.
Yeah.
The Florence faithful. 3-0 from Webby. In there, 3-1. I mentioned before got to meet Evan Webster's parents. Looks like they are still down the third base line. Meet them today before the game. 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. They had mentioned it was like had to have been a month, maybe 2 months ago, where we had shouted them out celebrating at a farm in New York. I believe Danville, New York. And apparently there was a Evan Webster fan club that was circled around the TV watching and listening to that, and everyone erupted in roars. Here's the payoff from Webby. That one's skied out towards left field. Rushford with the beat on it in the gap. He makes the grab. That'll hold Jared Watkins over at second. That's a good track down there from Rushford. Get that on one hop and cut it off before it hit the wall.
Florence still trying to have some success against the bottom of the lineup. It's been something that's plagued not just the bullpen but the rotation as well this year for the Owls. It's just 7, 8, 9 hitters getting on base.
First pitch misses outside. 1-0 the count. Bottom of the order, Nathan Archer hit a 2-run single in yesterday's game. That was in the second inning. That put Lake Erie on top. After that, it was pretty much all Florence.
Yeah.
He scored 3 runs in that second inning. Florence with 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. The 1-0. That one's cranked high and deep, way up there, out towards right field. Bobo at the wall. He'll watch it fly. A 3-run homer from Nathan Archer. His first home run with the Crushers. It's 4-1 Lake Erie.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter. Loud one, too. That was kind of one of the ones you could tell that with your eyes closed, how loud it was off the bat. Yeah, bottom of the lineup, man.
Once again, they produce. Nathan Archer, I mean, a very small sample size. Was hitting 300 entering this game. Had just 3 RBIs. He doubles it with that at bat alone. First pitch to the top of the order shows bunt, gets it down. Webster fields it. Throw on to first is in time. Nice PFP there from Webster. 3 runs come across. It's 4-1 Lake Erie as we head to the bottom of 2 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Always a lot of fight in this Florence team. They trail 4-1. I have to play from behind here, entering the bottom of the second. Broussard, Brandon, and Baker. 6, 7, 8 for the Yalls. Kobe Reeves able to escape some trouble in the first inning. Did allow that 1 run. Was earned. He has a 4-1 lead as he enters the second.
Kind of like what we talked about at Webster. You could take an extra deep breath after you see your team get those runs. This obviously a little bit more. Reeves starts focus on throwing strikes a little bit more. Not that he walked anyone in the first inning, but started a couple batters off 3-0.
No, you're right. I mean, a lot of long at-bats, too. Even the Rushford single, I mean, that was probably the longest at-bat. And Kobe Reeves, 28 pitches in the first inning. First pitch to Broussard is in there for a strike right down Broadway. Broussard with a great day yesterday, 3 for 4. The 0-1 misses inside. The 0-1 ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. Another one for Garrett Broussard. He continues to hit. His 4th hit of the series, a leadoff single for Florence.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Broussard broke out of that slump, and he has broken out in a big way. It's nothing crazy. It's just simple approach. Another up the middle ground ball.
I think I had found the reason. You know, I actually got to meet Mr. Broussard today, Garrett's father, and he had said that Garrett's hitting coach actually was in attendance last night, former major leaguer and Craig Graybeck. What was funny is that he's also a former teammate of Toby Hall.
Wow.
They crossed paths apparently at one point.
It's good stuff.
I'd have to see like where and how. To me, the baseball reference doesn't line up too much, but he was a former White Sox, obviously Toby Hall spent some time there. I thought it was later in his career. It was a 12-year Major League career for Graybeck. But either way, he comes in, and apparently, anytime Broussard is in a slump, sees Graybeck, and all of a sudden gets out of it.
Well,
certainly did so yesterday,
yeah.
3 for 4. On misses inside. Cole Brannon in the midst of all this in his first Florence at-bat. 3-0 count on him. You can see the stats. 236. All of this is obviously with the Grizzlies. 236 average, 8 homers, 37 RBIs. 3-0 is in there. Bottom of the zone, 89. Brandon, actually a former Florence y'all. Not in my time, before I was here, but returning back to Florence for the first time in quite some time. 2023. Now a full count there. We've spent time talking about Brandon as well, obviously when he was with the Grizzlies. Mentioned, drafted out of high school in the second round to Boston, 2017 draft. The payoff to him, grounds it foul. 57 games of Florence in 2023, 247 average, 369 on base, 307 slugging. A homer and 16 RBIs. Across 5 Frontier League seasons, a 244 average, 349 on base, and a 366 slugging. He does have 31 homers and 168 RBIs. He does have that power in him. Obviously 8 homers this year. The payoff, runs inside. Works a walk in his first at-bat back here in Florence. Runners first and second, and nobody out for Dylan Baker.
It's a good at-bat. You're going to see that a lot from him. He'll walk. He's also just someone who does a little bit of everything. He does still have speed. Obviously being a center fielder, but he's got the pop.
Talk about another guy with some pop, 258 average, 10 homers, 53 RBIs. You think Brandon's happy to see Dylan Baker on his side now?
Definitely.
After all the damage that Baker did to Gateway, shows bunt, pulls back, and misses outside.
I think Brandon's going to assume that Baker's going to go yard on every pitch. That's what he's done each time he's seen him.
Look back at second. Here's the 1-0. Bunts it, pops it up right back to the pitcher. Reeves does glove it, but everyone else retreats. Good base running there from Florence. Broussard and Brandon able to read that.
I've seen Florence, try to bunt a whole lot this season. Baker's done it a couple of times. Obviously, that one's not going your way.
Brings up Kyle Harbison, the catcher. Harbison entering a little bit of a hot streak. 285 average now. Got that all the way back up. The 2026 All-Star home run, 20 RBIs. First pitch to him. Pops it up in the infield left side. Parks with the call. Makes the grab over at third.
That is a really good response.
Yeah.
In the inning so far for Reeves.
That was 2 on and nobody out, and then 2 pop-ups in the infield. All of a sudden it's 2 on, 2 outs. Nobody moved. Back up to the top of the order in Rushford. See if he can have similar success. A leadoff and a run scored in the opening frame. Florence trailing 4-1. That one misses upstairs. So again, just looking at the baseball reference for Toby Hall and Graybeck, I don't notice any. They would have played each other 2000, 2001, both in the AL East. I don't know if they would have been on the same team unless Graybeck came back and, did some, coaching with the White Sox.
Yeah.
Graybeck from 1990 to 2001. Toby from 2000 to 2008. Both would have the gold card, though, for Major League Baseball. 1-1 to Rushford, swing and a miss. I was playing 162-0 today, and I got 2000's Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and I was trying to type in Toby Hall, and they were not showing it. They were not giving it to me. So I already found a glitch in the system.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. Misses downstairs, 2-2. And I had my catcher spot open.
That is really weird. Probably a cheat code. Said the automatic one's 62 now. So
Yeah.
Not included.
Here's the 2-2. Fouls it away. I mean, clearly would have been the best catcher during that time for them.
Yeah. There's still debates about who is the best catcher in franchise history.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Two and two. 2 away, 2 runners on. Here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitch. Misses outside. Another great at-bat here from Rushford. In a lefty-lefty battle, no less. Been able to see Reeves very well. Reeves comes set. Middle of the rubber, the payoff. Swing and a miss. Blows it by him. Some early trouble, but he's able to retire the next 3 in order. Heading to the top of the third, it's time for Tettemer Trivia. Florence trails 4-1. Run return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the third, 4-1. Crushers lead. Evan Webster back out for another inning of work. 3-run homer was the big blast in the second. He'll face Luis Acevedo, Pavin Parks, and Chayton Kraus. 2-3-4 for the Crushers. All 3 of them flied out to center field their last times up. Top of the third, always brought to you by the Roar Agency. That one served into center field. First pitch single for Luis Acevedo. He gets his 3rd hit of the series. That'll bring up Parks. Nobody out, runner on. Top of the third, always brought to you by the Roar Agency. Located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference. Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Roar Insurance always brings us our Tettemer Trivia. Way it works, I read a question top half of the third to give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. The question is live. Are Tettemer9 or Florence_Yalls? Comment your guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast. Lefty-lefty battle. First pitch to Parks. Fouls it away. Tettemer Trivia, are you ready for it?
Born
ready.
Better performance than yesterday, I hope.
Better performance from yesterday, you're hoping. James Wood is the 6th player in Major League Baseball history to have 70 homers and 45 stolen bases in his first 350 games. Who are the other 2 players that debuted this century to reach those marks? Again, that one misses outside. James Wood is the 6th player in Major League Baseball history to have 70 homers and 45 stolen bases in his first 350 games. who were the other two players that debuted this century to reach those marks in their first 350 career games.
75 homers and
70 homers,
45
45 stolen bases. 1-1. Misses downstairs. My hint, both are currently in the National League. Both currently in the National League. Two one. Hard hit out towards right field. That's going to drop in 4 extra bases going all the way to the wall. On the way to third is Acevedo. They'll stop up there. Pavin Parks with a double. Runners second and third. Nobody out here in the third.
it's another good piece of hitting. Webster just left a pitch hit side.
It's already 6 hits against Webster. 4 runs have come across. He's in some trouble here. 2 runners on and nobody out against Chayton Krause.
See him work some magic.
Webster deals. First pitch, fouls it away, 0-1. A lot of good guesses already coming in. Again, you can play along. Head on over to Twitter. Question is live. Tettemer9. That's RTETTEMER9 or Florence_Y'alls.
Corbin Carroll was just a name that came to me early.
That one misses inside. 1-1 the count. Florence trailing 4-1. Infield going to come in. 1-1 pitch. Grounded foul down the third base line.
75 homers in first 350 games. Let's think about that first.
Again, it's 70 homers.
What'd I say, 75?
75.
Same thing.
Yeah, it is. I don't want 5 homers to be the excuse. The 1-2. Skies it out towards center field. Brannon certainly deep enough for a sacrifice fly. He'll make the grab. Both runners trying to tag. Coming home to score is Acevedo. Staying at second is Parks. It's 5-1 Lake Erie.
Lawrence's offense will have some work to do. That's a good decision for Brandon. Just going to third base, keeping that runner at second. Still, with that being the first out, it's a big one.
So 1 away, runner in scoring position now for Sam Benjamin. Grounded out to second his last time up. Sac fly for Chayton Krause. Swing and a miss. Top of the zone at 89. From the stretch middle of the rubber, the 0-1. Off speed. Beautifully placed in there for a strike. 0-2.
Just don't think Ellie quite has the 70 homer in his first 350.
Still looking for the first K of the day for Webster. The 0-2 fastball. Outside, no good. Just barely misses off the zone. One, two, fouls it away. Right onto the Furniture Fair Terrace Club. You wouldn't spend too much time on the Furniture Fair Terrace Club, huh?
I do. You know, if I need a break from the office every once in a while, that's where I go out and just sit, watch some BP, enjoy the outside.
You can just lounge out there.
You can. You can fall asleep out there.
You take your shirt off, get a tan in.
Yeah.
1-2, fouls it away to stay alive.
That's outside of Danny Halpern's office. He's told me to stop doing that.
That's a good one. 1-2. Misses outside on the slider. Sam Benjamin, the lefty-lefty battle at the plate. Look at second. 2-2. Hard hit over the glove of Baker into center field. Brandon fields it in shallow center. Throw is going to be all the way through. Parks thought about coming home. That's a very good throw from Brandon. A one-hop laser to the plate.
That is. I already like what I'm seeing so far from Brandon.
He's got 4 putouts.
Yeah.
Good throw. A walk. What's not to love?
Yeah. 7 hits for Lake Erie. 2 1/3 into this for Webster.
Yeah, it's a lot of hits already. Villalobos, we thought, had a lot of hits yesterday. That was 9, but at least through 6 innings. Five to 1, the Crushers lead. Runners at the corners. 1 away now for the lefty. That's top of the zone. Absolutely a strike, but not called. Webster glove the belt. 2-2. In there. Sorry, not the 2-2. That is now a 1-1 count. Board says 2-2.
This is a moment here for Webster. You're going to decide if Florence will stay into this game.
Yeah.
4 runs has not been too much to ask for Florence in a lot of games this year. Anything more into dangerous territory.
2-2 pitch into left field. That's going to bring home another run. Another base hit. Runners first and second. Now a 6-1 Lake Erie lead. That's 8 hits against Evan Webster.
They haven't been cheap either. I'm starting to piece them up a little bit. That 199 off the bat. Opposite field hitting.
Florence, in terms of a bullpen piece that can go long, they don't really have anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone is 1-2 inning. Maybe someone, if they're pitching very well, can go 3. They do lack a long reliever. 2-2, misses out. Six to 1. Lake Erie leads. They've scored in every inning so far. 1 in the first, 3 in the second. Right now it's just 2 in the third, but runners first and second, 1 away. 2-0 the count. A lot of this damage, too, from lefties where he should have the advantage. It's Watkins at the plate. That one misses up.
No one warming up. I mean, leave Webster out there.
Try and get what they can out of him. C.J. Blowers placed on the IL today. Finally one in there for a strike. And 91 dials it up there. Get a strike. 3-1. See what Webster can come back and do. Knows he's got a good offense behind him. Just got to keep this close. 3-1 pitch. Cranked high and deep out towards right field. Bobo at the wall. It's out of here. Second 3-run homer of the day. This one's been broken open. 9-1.
Lake Erie team that's brought a really good approach to the plate today. It's just kind of been everyone producing. It's just not been Webster's day. He's obviously had a great season. Leads the league in wins.
In this inning, you have 5 hits and a sacrifice fly. 1 out has produced a run.
Yeah.
That was 96 off the bat for Watkins.
And I'll tell you
home
what,
run 7.
I'll tell you what, too. That third out of the second was because, nobody on base. Redfield tried to sneak a bunt by.
One's in there for a strike. Nick Chavez, a single and a run scored his last time up.
So the last 8 batters that have swung away have either reached or had a productive out.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Still just one away in the inning. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Dots up the lower half. First K of the day for Webster. Shaking his head after that. Definitely see the frustration mounting.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Nathan Archer, a 3-run homer his last time up. With the IL move of Blowers, that opens up something in the rotation as it stands. Plus, you moved on from Isaac Milburn, 1-0, in there for a strike. Bottom of the zone, 1-1. Your rotation right now would be Webster, Lawson, Villa, Gerard, and still experimenting with Hopewell as it stands.
Yeah. We'll see what they do with Hopewell.
Sounds like Florence looking to bring in some pitchers over the weekend. That acquisition deadline is Monday for the Frontier League. The 1-2. Hard hit out towards left field. Brandon Rushford is right under it to make the grab and end the inning. 5 runs come across. It's 9-1 Lake Erie when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the third inning, it's a 9-1 Lake Erie lead. Florence has had so many exciting games this year, so many ridiculous comebacks. You never can even count them out of anything.
You can't.
Even if it does seem like, an 8-run lead early. It's exactly what it is. A lot of time left to come back. Chip away. Here's Brett Blomquist, Hank Zeisler, and Zade Richardson. A lot of pitchers getting loose. Nobody throwing, but stretching around. It's a good thing Florence, only had to use 2 relievers yesterday. Do have a, pretty rested bullpen. You'll see Webster at least start the 4th. First pitch to Blomquist.
We were starting to get a point where you're just trying to get as many innings as you can out of them, save the bullpen a little bit.
Yep.
But this is a game you could have gone to the bullpen earlier because they've been so rested.
0-1, bouncing the dirt. I think you were a little cautious. The 3-run homer out of nowhere really kind of just turns the tide on his line.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you would have counted yourself out until that. Again, you're still not counting yourself out, but it was just 6-1. And that's, that's a Tuesday for Florence.
Yeah.
9-1, definitely one of those bigger ones you'd have to come back from. That one misses 3-1. Got to take advantage of Reeves here, too. I mean, he has been anything but, spotless. Struggled out the gate in both innings, allowing both runners to reach. Once in there for a strike.
Tettemer trivia, I think I'm going to lock in Ellie and Ronald Acuna.
Ronald Acuna Jr.,
Yes.
not his father.
Ronald Acuna Sr. is not active in the NL, I don't think.
Probably didn't debut this century. Full count. So Ellie De La Cruz and Ronald Acuna Jr. are your two locked in. We do have a lot of guesses here for this Tettemer trivia. Payoff, misses outside. Second walk of the day from Reeves. Leadoff runner aboard.
Just love to see 2 or 3 here and just show that you have some life into this game.
I mean, your measuring stick right now, Florence was able to mount a 10-run comeback on June 11th. That was that game against New Jersey. The captain will dig in, fly out to center his last time up. Start reading the guesses with one away. Can hear some fans on the concourse. First pitch to Hank. In there for a strike. Zeisler chasing down history as always. Just matters which one you want to talk about. Currently tied for the franchise lead in doubles. He's got 76, still waiting to break that. This is his 301st game played for Florence. 0-1, swing and a miss. The record's 305. 15 hits away from the single season record. He's 6 runs away from the single season runs record. 6 doubles from that record and 6 RBIs, single season RBI record for Florence. Frontier League had put out a post, him chasing down the RBI record in Frontier League history. Single season Frontier League history.
Yeah.
Lefty lefty. The 0-2 to the captain. Grounds it foul.
Rory, it's just a weird one. And I'll tell you why. The last time that Florence was really out of a game like this, in the first few innings, that you just felt like they, had a tough chance to come back. Go back to before the All-Star break, probably in that Washington series.
Yeah. 0-2. Called strike 3 outside of the fastball. Second K for Kobe Reeves. There's one out in the third. That'll bring up Zade Richardson.
But they've lost 4 games since the All-Star break. All 4 of them have been by 1 run.
Yeah, this would be the first multi-run deficit for Florence. Which obviously we're blessed. We're blessed to have
hindsight,
that.
That's
And hopefully Gateway is just pounding the Otters. And Ottawa can do something for us against Windy City. And then it's like, hey, nothing happened. One misses downstairs. When does Gateway and Evansville play? I don't even see anything on iScore. They not scheduled today?
Maybe they banged it already? I don't know.
Already? Yeah. I guess, Bossy Field can be a swamp. That one misses inside.
And judging by the weather we got today, wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised. They might not play another game in the week.
Well, the way weather moves, I feel like Washington might be getting hit pretty soon.
Yeah. 2-0 the count to the face of the Florence Yalls Richardson. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball left side. Pavin Parks toss on to second one. Relay over to first around the horn. What a play. Unconventional 1-2-3 from Lake Erie. Carrying a 9-1 lead in it to the fourth. We'll get with our Tettemer trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Top of the fourth, Lake Erie starting to hit around Evan Webster and Florence 9-1 lead going into the fourth. And Evan Webster will go back out there for the fourth inning. It's been 3 innings of 9-run and 9-hit baseball. Has not walked the batter. He has 1 strikeout. He'll face the top of the lineup, already the 3rd time through for Joe Redfield. Called strike on a breaking ball outside corner. Well, Rory didn't get to the Tettemer trivia in that bottom of the 3rd with a quick turnaround of the double play.
Certainly, and the question was, James Wood is the 6th player in Major League Baseball history to have 70 homers, 45 stolen bases in his first 350 games. Who are the other 2 players that debuted this century to reach these marks, both currently in the NL? The only one on Twitter was Florence Y'all's Analytics said Acuna and Ohtani.
Hit by pitch, fastball away inside. That's going to be the first free bag for Lake Erie batter today.
The leadoff base runner aboard. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Shohei Ohtani for Florence Y'all's Analytics. Also the same guess for Rich Tettemer. You said Ronald Acuna and Ellie De La Cruz. Tyler Douglas said 5 in a row. Corbin Carroll and McCutchen were his first 2. And then he said Tatis, Shohei, and Acuna without me saying anything. So he rattled off 5. We'll count his first 2. Jacob Brown said Acuna and Carroll.
Acevedo, 1 on, nobody up. First pitch, takes it into left. That drops in for another base hit. That's the 10th of the day. Redfield speeding around second. Will be into third, and that will allow Acevedo for a hustle double to second, too. Second hit in as many innings. Second and third with nobody out here in the fourth for Webster.
Haven't seen anything like this from Webster really this season. They are just seeing him very well. Cam Beatty's first one was Bobby Witt and Corbin Carroll. After I told him, read the guess, or read the hint. Both currently in the NL. He switched over to Acuna. So Acuna and Corbin Carroll. And I believe that does it. Sergeant Boko tuning in. 3rd inning and I am late. Come on, y'all, let's get back in it.
First pitch low. Well, sometimes you can come into the 3rd inning and be okay. I don't think this is one of those games.
I will say we have a lot of people around the right area. And this is going to be an interesting one to determine who actually wins Tettemer Trivia.
Fastball inside. Another ball.
I'll tell you the first one to do it. Not the first one to do it, but Ronald Acuna seems to be a very good guess from everyone. Ronald Acuna is one of them.
Grounder, right side. That'll score a run. Blomquist was back on it. He'll throw to first. 10th run of the game, first out of the inning for Webster. It's 10-1 Crushers.
That's just situational baseball there. Doing what they're given. Florence playing back and giving them the run for the out.
Also lets Acevedo get to third.
So Ronald Acuna Jr., and you're still looking for another junior because the other guess was Fernando Tatis Jr., the other person to debut in this century. So no one gets both correct.
Off speed below the knees to Krause, start him off.
A lot of people with Acuna, and I don't think anyone straight up said Tatis besides Douglas after he had already guessed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to give anyone the win.
Another single into left. That will allow another run to score. Acevedo home. RBI single here for Krause. We'll see how long they want to keep Webster in. That's the 11th hit of the game now and 11th run of the game for Lake Erie.
We've not seen Webster been hit around like this at all this season. I mean, this is easily the most amount of runs he's allowed. It ties the most amount of hits he allowed. You'd have to go all the way back to June 18th. Wow. 11 hits against Schaumburg.
Slider misses out here to Sam Benjamin. This is just a total innings eater kind of situation for Florence. Still within reach of their largest comeback of the year, though. Runner on first, 1 out. This is with the breaking ball to Benjamin, who's 1 for 2 with the single and a ground out to second.
So I'm just going to say tie for anyone that had guessed, Acuna, but no clear winner.
Okay.
Stephen Gregg said Rory and Ben 10-1 say it ain't so. It's not so, Stephen. It's 11-1.
This ball's killed right side of the infield. It will get through for another hit, number 12. Station to station, up to second. Kraus. Benjamin's got his second base hit of the day.
Yeah, still nobody warming up for Florence. At this point, it's let Webster, get his pitch count in and try and get as much as he can out of him. I think you're not even entering a spot where, hey, you got to piece together a lot of bullpen. You might be closer to a position player then.
Yeah, that might be. That ended up working out for Florence to save some bullpen. First and second, still just a 1 out. We are 3 1/3 innings through, and every Lake Erie pitcher, or batter, I should say, has recorded a base hit. 1-0 on Nixon.
You know who it's going to be?
Fastball in.
It's going to be Oscar Serratos in his
we
debut.
Could see
yeah,
Serratos.
I see him already throwing up against the plyo wall.
Wow.
Oscar Serratos would be that position player, but we know he throws like 95 on the mound.
2-0, slider at the D's. Called strike here to Nixon. Tatis and Acuna. I knew with the stolen base resurgence, the rule changes, it felt like it was going to be two newer guys. Two-one grounder up the middle, through for a base hit. Stop sign over at third for Kraus. Benjamin into second as Brandon throws back in. No run score, but the bases are now loaded on the 13th hit of the day for Lake Erie. That is 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the third. Now 4 hits in this inning. 3 straight singles. And again, some of the outs in the last couple innings as Toby Hall comes out have produced runs. Is that Serratos throwing to the Florence bullpen?
Yes. Number 24.
All right.
For us, when we saw that we were acquiring Serratos, we knew that he was kind of the replacement for Shaney Felt, but I think both of our eyes lit up as just the thought of having him in the bullpen. Even more. Obviously, that's not what he, came here to do, but just the way he pitched against us and our first impression of him and chaos in Kentucky, that 20-19 game, he looked very good.
This will be a long mound meeting here for Toby Hall. He won't make the move now. He's going to leave Webster out there. The base is loaded. Got the 1 out of the RBI ground out back in the 4th. So an RBI ground out this inning, a sac fly last inning. 2 of the outs. Calls out Jared Watkins. Kraus at third, Benjamin at second, and Nixon at first. Corner infielders come in. Fastball, first pitch of the AB is upstairs. Watkins, who's 2 for 2 with a single and a 3-run home run. It's the 7th homer of the season. Watkins still, though, the beer batter of the game. Always brought to you by Party Source. Fouls one back, leaving the count up at 1-1. That is a late company, though, for James Wood. Tatis, Acuna. He's having an unbelievable season. 1-1 grounder hard over to second. Blomquist flipped to second in time. 4-6-3 double play. And Evan Webster with a little bit of a sarcastic celebration as he gets out of this 4th inning and shakes his head. It's more production for Lake Erie here in the top of the 4th. Florence now trails 11-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. The Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Well, Kobe Reeves has quite the cushion, leading by 10 as we've entered the bottom of the fourth, and he had his best outing or inning of the first three in the third. Very much got helped by a 5-4-3 double play to get out of it off the bat of Zay Richardson. He'll face Bobo, Broussard, and Brannon in the lineup. Just what we need as one of the new Florence acquisitions this week. Another B in the lineup, Cole Brannon. I mean, there's just a ridiculous amount. Another BR. See his second plate appearance as a Yule. 11-1 with Bobo coming up. Oscar Serratos continues to warp for Florence. Has been listed as a two-way player for a good portion of his career. 10 innings, a 6.3 ERA in his time with Windy City on the mound this year. One of those innings being scoreless against Florence. Here's Bobo. First pitch hit him in the head. I think just barely grazed him. I think that was in the head. I have to see that one more time. That was a scary one, up and in. First pitch of the inning, yeah, that got him on the top of the helmet. I think just barely grazed the helmet. And he waves off the trainer, says he's okay. Leadoff runner on here in the fourth. We have seen a 10-run comeback for Florence this year. It's not outside the realm of possibilities. Garrett Broussard with the runner on. Again, don't need to get an 8-run inning here. Just a couple of 3-run innings, and here's a 6-4-3 chance for Lake Erie. Flip to second at time to first is good. 6-4-3 double play to eliminate that hit by pitch. 2 pitches in the inning, the hit by pitch and the double play. Now it's Cole Brannon's second plate appearance here with Florence. Walked in his first one. Tell you what, he hasn't won many games here at Thomas More Stadium this year. The score holds 1-1 this season with Florence, and 0-7 with Gateway. 1-6, I should say, with Gateway here at Thomas More Stadium. First pitch is low to him. Change up, outside corner, called a strike. Still looking for that first official AB as a Florence Hill after the walk. A lot of plays at center field to start this game off. 1-2. Just left off the plate by Reeves. This is a good opportunity for Reeves and Lake Erie, too, to see if they can build him out more and more as a starter. As they look to make him a mainstay in the lineup, or that rotation. Spent time as a reliever for New York first half of the season. Called strike at the knees to Brannon. Even 2-2. Well, close game yesterday that Florence got the win. Pretty gutsy performance. Where you're, three of your better hitters, core of the team, Seisler, Richardson, Bobo, all go over. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Punched foul opposite way, up and out of play. Serrano still out there? Webster got out of the fourth. They might send him back out there for the fifth. Out of the stretch, the 2-2 again. Punched into left field, and that'll drop in for Brandon's first base hit as a Florence Yull speeds into first. 2-out single, second player to reach in the inning. First one wiped out by a double play. Only hit .230 with Gateway, trying to improve on that batting average. It's a good start. Briggs up Baker. It's the 4th hit of the game for Florence. Now being out hit 13-4. Again, 13 hits and 11 runs for Lake Erie's offense through 4 innings. First pitch to Baker's outside. Well, try to square down a bunt. Ended up popping it up back to the pitcher. Now he swings away out to right field. Playable by Nixon in front of the track, and he's got it for out number 3. Double play in that fly out, but Cole Brannon's first hit as a Florence yaw. Evan Webster back out for the 5th. Florence trailing 11-1 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Florence going to try to see just how many outs and innings that Evan Webster can eat. Back out for the 5th inning after giving up 11 runs through the first 4. And this is, right away something that you really just have to compliment a pitcher being mentally tough enough. These outings happen to everybody. But being tough enough to go back out there and still try to put together pretty good at-bats. Face Nathan Archer to start things off. Actually, that's Chavez, 8-9-1 in the lineup for Lake Erie. 11-1's the score. Lake Erie out hitting Florence, 13-4. Oscar Serratos was warming up. He is now back in the bullpen after some time back on the bench. Pitch for Florence. Chavez, Archer, and Redfield in the inning. Goes back to that off speed. Cold strike on the outside corner. Obviously need to see how many pitches Webster can give you. I'll tell you what, usually when you see these 11-run just blow-ups, usually a good amount of walks, pitch count gets up. It's going to be a relatively good pitch count. It's loading for me, considering how many base runners have reached. Fastball outside for ball 1. Webster at 87 pitches after that one outside. So definitely, probably not going back out for the next inning. See how much he has left of the tank for this 5th. Fastball down the middle of the plate. Counts ball 2 strikes.
Yeah, you definitely got to respect, Webster at least helping the overall bullpen out and laboring through these innings, and maybe not the start he wants, but could still get 5 out of it.
Breaking ball misses way upstairs. Even a 2-2. Chavez a single and a strikeout so far today as he takes his timeout. Fastball drilled into left center field, and that will touch ground for a base hit. Leadoff runner batter is reached in for the first 5 innings of this game on Webster. Remember, he got back-to-back groundouts to second to start that second inning off.
Yeah.
Multi-hit day for Chavez. 5 of the 9 Lake Erie hitters now have multi-hit days. 9-hitter Nathan Archer had a 3-run home run back at the second. He's made an impact in both of these games, hitting in the 9-hole. Chavez out first. Cold strike. It's like a generous call from Schmolwitz. Outside corner. It goes to 1-1. Fastball punched the opposite way. Still without an out of the inning. Webster now at 92 pitches. This one's killed foul.
Stephen Gregg saying the Otters, or what I unaffectively call the Sea Skunks, per their website, show a 5 p.m. and 7:05 doubleheader for Thursday, and then he said 7:30 actually for the second game for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Against the Grizzlies.
Working from the middle of the rubber. 1-2, swing and a miss. Webster gets his second strikeout. First on Archer. Back to the top of the lineup, one down in the inning.
Said Rory and Ben, I think that Webster believes Florence can still come back, and so that he can still have the win. Go 5 innings, a little 10-run bottom of the fifth. I'm there.
You get a 11-run bottom of the fifth. Take a 12-11 lead.
Yeah, sure.
First pitch grounder, back up the middle. Baker takes it himself, steps on second, throws to first, a double play. That's by far the best inning for Webster so far here in the fifth. Florence, though, still trails by 10. 11-1 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. The lefty Kobe Reeves back out to the mound for Lake Erie as Florence just tries to get any sort of offense on him. Try to see if they can make this a ball game through the last 4 innings. 11-1, a Lake Erie lead after they have gotten on Evan Webster early in this game. Game 2 of a series, and unless something drastic happens, could have a rubber match tomorrow here at Thomas More Stadium for two teams that are going to see each other a lot over the next 3 days. It'll be back up to the top of the lineup after Kyle Harbison hits for the second time in this inning. Harbison, Rushford, and Blomquist. Reeves has been good. It's definitely been helped by a couple of double plays, an inning-ending double play in the third, double play with nobody out, and the fourth. Keeping the ball on the ground and just doing his job, throwing strikes with that 10-run deficit. Comes Kyle Harbison, popped up to third his first time up. Florence outscored by 10, out hit by 10 at this point too. First pitch fastball, called strike to Harbison. Reeves not striking a whole lot of batters out. It's got 2 of them. Rushford and Zeisler, 2 of Florence's better hitters. Punched foul hard over the Lake Erie dugout. A little bit of silver lining for Florence. Should have the pitching advantage in tomorrow night's game. With Nate Lawson being really hot, he'll take the mound. To face Garbrick for Lake Erie, who's got an ERA of 8.8. as it stands right now. Fastball misses. Ball one of the count, 1-2 on Harbison. 2-start series most likely for Zach Beadle after Harbison got it this past weekend. Even 2-2. Change up misses up. Counts run full. Now the Florence catcher who might get a chance to catch one of his old teammates from Windy City in Cerratos. It's been up and down warming up. Up's read a lot of pitches, probably done. Harbison serves one up towards center field, but good beat on it's Nathan Archery out in center field. He's got it for out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup we go. Milo Rushford, now the third time, a single and a strikeout so far. Bottom of the 5th from Thomas More Stadium, Lake Erie, with the 11-1 lead. Squares around a bunt, popped the opposite way. Couple of bunt attempts now for Florence in this game. One of them popped up right towards the pitcher. This one bunted foul down the third base line. Oh, 1 fouled back. Reeves was a pretty big part of that New York Boulders bullpen a season ago. Obviously, this year part of the bullpen too, not having as successful as a year as he did last year. 3.66 ERA last season. 17 appearances out of the bullpen all year. 0-2. Bloop into left field. That drops in for Rushford's second base hit of the day. 1 out, runner on for Florence here in the 5th. Good piece hitting for Rushford. Brings up Blomquist, who's been on both times. With a walk. I don't know if we made the change in ruling to give him a hit or if that's an error.
They did. So it was an RBI single, actually.
He's got an RBI today. And he's 1 for 1 with a walk.
That helps us out.
Certainly. Slider inside corner to him. It continues to be hot. He had a really good series this past weekend at Brockton. Couple of homers. One was a go-ahead homer in the game they ended up losing. Hot shot over to first. Throw to second in time. It's a 3-6-3 double play. Couple of hard grounders for Blomquist. This time, Lake Erie does take advantage. As Florence can't get anything across, now go to the 6th, down by 10. On the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change.
Erie. Lee's famous recipe.
Not sure if Oscar Serratos expected his first appearance as a Florence Yell to be on the mound. Sort of an in-betweener where it's not quite, going to a position player that's going to throw 65-mile-an-hour eephus pitches. Serratos has spent most of his career listed as a two-way player and has pitched 10 innings for Windy City this season, including one of those coming against Florence, but he does come in a 10-run game. Probably not going to be used in a close game by Florence at any point this season. First pitch fastball down the middle of the zone.
89, sure.
Seen up to, 92, 93 against us?
Yeah.
And that one inning it pitched, it was scoreless with Windy City. There was a fastball inside there at 90 to Luis Acevedo. 2-3-4. It's going to be thrown right into the fire, the meat of this lineup. Now that line is, it's not going to be pretty for Webster. This one's punched back up the middle for a base hit. 15th hit of the day for Lake Erie. Yeah, that means 14 of them coming against Webster in a 5-inning, 14 hit, 11 earned run, 2 strikeout, no walks.
No walks.
Hit by pitch.
Yeah, no walks.
Runner on first coming up here for Pavit Parks. Parks goes after the first pitch, fouls it back. What we saw from Serratos when he faced Florence is he's just going to pound the zone. Didn't mess around with too many batters. Gave up a hit. Got a strikeout. I believe it was Dylan Baker at the time. 0-1. This one's punched back up the middle into center. Cole Brandon's got it for out number 1. Serratos' first out as a Florence pitcher.
Why not?
Talk about a super utility. Plays the infield, plays the outfield, pitch too. Probably catch if you need him to.
Yeah, it was 91. I mean, 21-24 on the spin rate, 16 inches of vertical break.
Again, it's not like this is someone who, he threw back in college. No, he's had some professional experience pitching. First pitch, pumped away foul by Chayton Krause.
I mean, that's an off-speed 22.05 that's dotted up bottom of the zone.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I will say something about position players, coming into pitch, just even through college. They always do a good job hiding the ball.
Soft grounder back to Serratos. Now comfortable fielding it as an infielder. Throws to first. Second out of the inning.
And that's something they do as well. Obviously, they have the great fielding experience already being a position player. That's usually your best person for a PFP.
Usually, not all the time, but, usually, too, what they do is throw strikes at least. You do see every once in a while a position player just struggles to find the zone. But they're not scared to get hit as much because it's kind of what they're supposed to do. First pitch is outside now to Sam Benjamin. Love the stories, off-speed lands of the zone about players. Spending some time in the World Baseball Classic, whether it's just qualifiers. Sam Benjamin, one of them. Last year's qualifiers with China. Didn't quite qualify for the World Baseball Classic. Swing and a miss, nasty off-speed. 78, put bottom of the zone. 22-92 on the spin rate. It's ahead of this count now, 1-2 with a runner out second and 2 outs. Oh, he nailed it. 91 on the leg.
Yeah.
Looks like the knee maybe of Benjamin. Oof. That one's going to hurt tomorrow.
Yeah, an unprotected spot, no doubt.
Lake Erie trainer out to check on him.
Forgot to ask Beetle if that one was, he mentioned in his postgame. Hopefully it feels better tomorrow. Rarely it does. Rarely it does feel better the next day. I think that's probably only true with like a sunburn. If you're able to get that sunburn going away next day.
I don't know. Sunburn still.
Sunburns are, they're tough. I was able to survive.
Got some sunburns out in Ocean City?
No sunburns. I had it at one point, and then it went away the next day, and I was like, oh, this is great.
Well, how's the weather?
Fair point. There was some, when I was on the beach, I had 3 beach days. There was sun. It wasn't like I was in the, overcast skies.
Still has not made it to first base yet. He'll softly jog down there. This might be to see if he can run it out. He looks like he wants to stay in the game. Going to do some more jogging. It's a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. The knee. He'll stay in the game.
Ben, first time I've had a pretzel here on the broadcast. I mean, it's going to have to start coming into the rotation. Just lights out stuff from the concession stand today.
Drew Turstock agrees.
Yeah. But they're on with their fastball today with the pretzels. I mean, that is one of those tip-of-the-cap moments.
Serrato's had been on until the hit by pitch. 2 quick outs after a leadoff single. First at second, still 2 outs of the inning. Top of the zone strike to Chase Nixon. Benjamin over on first. Acevedo on second. 15 hits on the day for Lake Erie. 0-1. Slider,
Nice.
Anthony's. I mean, this is, you're a casual fan. You don't know much about the players. You come to a game. You could tell when a position player's on the mound. You would have no idea here.
Oh, not at all.
Had on this count 0-2. A long hold. Look at this. Using the pitch clock to his advantage.
Expert.
This is way outside.
Going to grab some rosin here. He's going to calm things down. I want to get to the point where it's not even a, big lead where you have to throw. Hey, let's bring him in a close game. Get him that confidence. In Quebec, stadium pulse.
Popped up out of play. Could have yourself 14 hitters and 12 pitchers. Or other way around. 14 pitchers and 12 hitters on the roster moving forward. Still 1-2. Another foul ball back. 90-mile-an-hour fastball just barely missed the top of the zone.
He's like consistent there at 90 now.
He's been around the zone. The off speed has missed a little bit. But the fastballs have, for the most part, been right around the zone or in it.
I mean, that off speed would fool me.
1-2. Misses way outside downstairs.
There's not as much break there as the first couple times.
Yeah.
22-29 on the spin rate. Still looked good. Wasn't able to bend it around as much.
2-2.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ooh. Technically position player on the mound. Give him the call.
Yeah.
Misses outside. Counts full. Runners will be off on the pitch.
10-run lead, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
They are.
High on the air. Deep to right. Brandon Bobo under it at the track, and he's got it for out number 3. Oscar Serratos likes pitching in Florence. Gets a scoreless top of the 6th. 11-1 Lake Erie still the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Skies have opened up just enough for us to get some baseball in today. Some might say, unfortunately, looking at the score. 11-1 is Lake Erie's lead. The right-hander comes into the game. Ben Pxp has seen Florence this year not with Lake Erie. But they'll relieve Kobe Reeves. Pxp coming over from Evansville. Couple relief appearances against the Alls this year. Defensive changes looks like maybe to get Benjamin out of the game for Lake Erie after that hit by pitch. James Jett in the game to replace him in left.
Yeah, that's Jett out there.
Zeisler to lead things off, 3-4-5. Pxp, 6+ ERA this season. 40 strikeouts to 32 walks in his 61 innings pitched. Didn't think too much of him when he was with Evansville, too much negatively or too much positively. Just bullpen got kind of full for the Otters. First pitch to Zeisler's a swing and a miss.
How about Webster and Reeves having the same amount of innings? It's pretty impressive, right?
That's impressive. Webster threw about 100 pitches. I mean, that's what I said. You know, you give up 11 runs. A lot of times it's, you're just walking. Too many batters can't find the zone. A lot of pitches and at bats. Able to go 5 innings and about 100 pitches. Just giving up those 11 runs. 14 hits. Lake Erie also out hitting Florence by 10, 15-5. An error apiece.
Nice.
This one's punched back up the middle and a leadoff single for Zeisler on Pxp.
Gets himself the first hit of the series for the captain. 106 on the season. That was 103 off the bat.
See if Richardson and Bobo can follow, both trying to get their first hits. I'll tell you what, it wasn't always, clean innings for Reeves. He got a double play, and each of the last 3 innings he was in this game. 2 of them to end the inning.
Yeah, definitely got some help from his defense. That one lap.
We've seen Lake Erie's defense infield look pretty good this series. First pitch to Richardson's a fastball right down Broadway for a strike. With Zeisler over at first base. Maybe a chance for Richardson to just swing away a little bit.
Let loose.
Let loose. Down by 10, not much to lose. He's just one of those guys that when he does get a hold of one, it's fun to watch.
Let that Caminero swing loose and show him what's up here in the Frontier League. 35 homers on the season for Cammy.
It's crazy. Was part of my Haller trivia on the road.
Really?
Popped out of play.
I missed that question. What was that?
I got to think about it real quick. It was
the answer's Caminero.
it's a name for. So it was other than, I can't even remember who the example was. There was an example. He was one of 5 players with a 45 homer. I'll have to find it on Twitter. I don't want to mess it up exactly. Swing and a miss there for Richardson. He's down on strikes. One on, Zeisler stays put over at first base. All right. Eddie Matthews hit 47 homers at the age of 21. He's one of 5 players with 45-plus homers in a season at the age of 22 or younger. Name the other 4. I gave you 1937 AL, 1970 NL, 2021 AL, 2025 AL. So Caminero will be the 25 AL. I also gave a hint that both of the 1900 ones are World Series winners. First pitch inside to Bobo.
And it was 2021?
21 AL. So the 25 AL you can't get out because that was Caminero.
Okay, and 21 AL.
21 AL, 70 NL, 37 AL. Breaking ball misses low.
21 AL, 45 homers in a season?
45 homers in a season at age 22 or younger.
21 AL.
Two 2-0. Fastball, cold strike outside corner. Winner got 2 out of 4, and Caminero was one of them. So honestly, if you can get 2 of the other 3, it's more than anyone.
It's definitely not Judge. Oh. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fastball in, almost hits Bobo on the foot. 3-1 count now. Pxp trying to find the zone with 1 out, 1 on.
And then it was 1970
NL.
NL, 1970 NL, and 19.
37 AL. But again, it's one of those ones that you give to when
Yeah.
you're talking pre-1950. There's only a few options that I would possibly give you to be the answer.
1937 AL.
3-1 pitch. Cold strike right at the knees. Pretty good location there for Pxp. A lot of movement on the changeup.
Like Ted Williams.
Oh.
1937 AL. Okay, so I guess I missed on that. 1970 NL.
Another World Series winner. MVP. This one's cranked hard. First base line. Dropping it for a base hit. Zeisler around second. And the corner Nixon's got it. Stops Zeisler at third. Bobo into second. 2-1 scoring position here for Florence. Trying to get on the board for the first time since the first inning. Bobo's first hit of the series, as well as Zeisler in the inning.
And
But
you won a
it's
World
really
Series.
tough
You
one.
won a World Series with the NL team, and it was an MVP.
Yes. He won 2 World Series with this NL team, and he also won an MVP. Maybe 2 MVPs. I don't remember with this NL team.
This is hard, you said. It's a really hard one to get.
I mean, it's probably not the first guy you think of when you think of young hitters. Not because he wasn't a really good young hitter, just that's kind of hard to know where your mind goes in the 70s.
Yeah.
First pitch inside to Broussard. All right. Well, if this, this probably shouldn't be too easy of a hint. I just looked it up. So he has 2 MVPs. Change misses out. His first MVP was in this season, 1970, at the age of 22. He had 45-plus homers.
And the Big Red Machine Reds were in the 70s?
75 and 76 are the 2 World Series for the Big Red Machine. This one's punched foul, first base side.
.45 homers.
We've talked about this guy a lot on the broadcast. Two-one change up, top of the zone. Even with the count up 2-2.
Is it the guy with the Reds? All right. Is it George Bell? Is that his name?
No, George Foster.
George Foster. Got it.
Foster was with the Big Red Machine. He actually wasn't one of the top 3 guys of the Big Red Machine. MVPs came later in his career, swing and a miss for Broussard. Out number 2, runner stay put at second and third.
What was the 1927 one? 37 one?
Give up on it?
Well, did you already count my guess for?
No, I mean.
All right. That was AL or NL?
37 AL.
37 AL.
Here's Rushford for Brandon. It's 1 for 1 with a walk. Change up, called strike.
The Mick?
Nope. I mean, you're right around. You just got to pick the other one. I mean, not the other one, but one of the 4 options probably you could pick in the 30s.
37 feels way like
It is a weird
Garrick
time.
would be over that time.
Yeah, it is a weird time in baseball history where, Ruth is probably done by
Yeah.
that point.
I mean, it might have been kicking around late, but
Yeah.
was definitely already past 22.
Focus on the 1971. You know this guy. You're on the right track. I'll
The
tell you that.
1971 was not George Foster?
No.
Oh,
I'm saying it
I
was
thought
not
that was
George
the
Foster.
answer.
No, I was. You said George Bell, and I was thinking Foster is what.
Oh, okay, okay. But it's still a red.
Yes.
Oh. 45 cranks?
At 22, MVP in 70. 1 and 2, chopper over to the third base side. Want to get a guess in? You want to get into the 7th?
I mean, bench.
Johnny Bench. Ding,
Bang.
ding, ding. Go to the 7th. Florence cannot get the runs across after a second and third one-out situation. Still 11-1. Go to the 7th on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM.
Top half of the 7th inning. Florence down just a little bit. Oscar Serratos back out on the mound. Serratos had a clean 6th inning. Back out to work here in the 7th. Allowed just a hit and a hit by pitch. Did not pick up a strikeout. Y'all's trailing 11-1. Out hit 15-7. Just trying to get through these innings defensively and see if your offense gives you anything. Just a big situation there in the 6th. Could not get anything across. Stands 11-1. It'll be Jared Watkins, Nick Chavez, and Nathan Archer. Bottom of the order for Lake Erie. That's definitely produced 2 of those guys with 3 RBIs on the day. 3-run homers from Watkins and Archer. We will be welcomed here by Cowboy, better late than never, old classic Kurt Kramer. Kurt, as you get yourself into the audio board, certainly haven't missed much in this ball game. That one's laced out towards left field, but foul, 0-1.
I mean, a little rough start for Evan Webster tonight, but, that's one he's just got to shake off.
100%.
Evan's been solid all season for the Y'alls, and I think you shake that one off, and you have a short memory with it, and you move on. And I'm still optimistic for the Y'alls. We've seen some crazy games here this year at
100%.
Thomas More, where the Y'alls have trailed by 7-8 runs and have came back and won. So you can never count them out.
There's a base hit up the middle on a 1-2 pitch from Jared Watkins, his 3rd hit of the day. No, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right about that. Webster, his next start is going to be against these crushers, so got to regroup and figure out a way to attack them next time around.
Yeah,
Just a week.
I know his style. He'll be excited to get back on the mound and redeem this game, and it's just one you just shake off and move on. So. But I'm interested to drop into this Topps Chrome here again after my big pull last night.
Your massive $1.75 pull last night.
$2.25.
$2.25. Another one's sold for.
Let's not shortchange anything here.
Did you see another one? No, the other one was $1.75.
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping. Yeah, there you go. Well, it might have got to 3 then. I think it was like $1.50 shipping, so it might have been $3.25.
You know what's wild is once you pay the eBay fees, you might as well just gave the card away.
You actually owe them money after the the fee. 0-1 the count. Runner on first and nobody out. So that means you should go first here.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, with the storms that rolled into, it ended up being a good night here tonight for baseball.
Yeah, no. I haven't seen any rain during the game. That one misses outside. 1-1. So we're hoping maybe for something else in this box. Maybe a case hit.
Some kind of Jackson Churio insert on the back.
Yeah, something.
Double refractor here. Cody Freeman rookie.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Rookie. Jose Ramirez. A little top 75.
Oh, nice.
Sal Stewart rookie.
Nice.
I love it. A little PC on that bad boy.
And you get the Wrecking Crew.
Jackson Churio Wrecking Crew, but heck yeah.
That's a cool Sal Stewart rookie. If only they did the Rookie of the Year buyback. That would have been a good card to have. But either way, that's still good PC for you.
Yeah, yes sir. Sal having a great season.
The Wrecking Crew is an insert there. Jackson Churio. Check swing goes all the way around. Oscar Serratos picks up his first K of the day. 1 out here in the 7th. 1 away with a runner on first. That'll bring up Nathan Archer, who's 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. So I'll get into my pack here. I haven't seen color not even like all week. I haven't seen color out of Topps Chrome once on Rip That Pack here at home. Swing and a miss. I've only done it when I've actually been holder of the entire box, and at that point it still wasn't anything noticeable. But here's Jung Hoo Lee, actually having a very good season this year. Then we get Drake Baldwin, Rookie of the Year last year. Daniel Schneemann, Rookie last year, and we'll end with a refractor of Jack Dreyer. And without a doubt, that is another one for old classic, better late than never, Cowboy Kurt Kramer. So I'll take a 3. Yeah.
13-10?
No, you're way off on that. I think it's 16-13-5.
That was close.
Yeah, we might have to retire. We might have to retire these Topps Chromes.
You know, now that the Otani's gone, I have lost all my enthusiasm for him. But the Hank Aaron rookie is still sitting in the top 75. I opened a box today, and the Jung Ho Lee, I did pull a sunburst of that. That might have been the best pull I had out of the whole box.
Did they have any Bowman at that card shop?
They did.
All right, I go back to Bowman. I love Bowman.
Why don't we do that?
I like Bowman.
Bring back some Donruss, too.
2-2, cranked out towards center field. That'll send Brandon back to the warning track. He makes the grab right in front of the center field wall for out number 2. Brings up Joe Redfield in the top of the order. That was another loud out, 101 off the bat, 386 on the distance. Runner on first, 2 away. Yeah, Bowman or Donruss, I'm absolutely game to go back to those.
We got a result here, fellas?
Oh, he won. Landslide. He's going to take a
Sal
commanding
Stewart?
lead. Yeah, Sal
I
Stewart.
heard Rookie of the Year, and I was like, that's got to be Sal Stewart.
Yeah.
Couldn't possibly be anyone else in the NL.
This is a Reds fan. Let's just flash this at all the sauce over here.
That's
Yeah,
great.
nice card, right? Looking good, huh?
Looking great.
Ground ball right side over towards Blomquist. Stumbling a little bit, but makes the grab. Throw on to first. Is in time. 4-3 on the put-away. A leadoff single from Serranos, but he's gone 2 scoreless. Heading to stretch time at Thomas More Stadium when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Stretch time at Thomas More Stadium, always brought to you by Stretch Lab, their team of highly trained flexologists to give you a deeper stretch than you can ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you today. Staying out there will be Ben Pxp facing Dylan Baker. Kyle Harbison at the top of the order, Milo Rushford. Florence trailing 11-1. Y'all's had 2 hits in the 6th. It's their second time having 2 hits in an inning. Had to go all the way back to the first for the other one. That produced a run to start the game. Rushford with a single and an RBI single from Blomquist to bring him home. And Pxp faced 5 batters, picked up 2 Ks in the 6th. Baker 0 for 2, Harbison 0 for 2.
My memory is not the best in the world, but I feel like it has been quite some time since we've seen the Y'alls this limited at home with hits and runs.
We had just talked about it, really this whole game. Florence has not been out of a game in the first few innings since about a month ago against Washington.
First pitch to Baker is in there for a strike.
Kurt, 4 losses since the All-Star break before today. All 4 of them have been by 1 loss.
By 1 run?
1 run, yes.
That's all right.
Well, and, they have been 1 loss.
That's true. All of them have been by 1 loss. I will say this would break the Florence Y'alls win streak at home. They had a 10-game win streak at home coming into this.
It's what I said after Florence dropped it to Brockton. Anything bad that happens at this point, you just say, it's hard to win 12 in a row.
It's hard.
It's hard to win 11 in a row at home. It just is.
0-2 fouls it away. Off the mask there of Chavez.
Tell you what, it's making it a little less fun when we can't scoreboard watch with Evansville.
I know. But we can scoreboard watch throughout the entire Frontier League, always with our out-of-town scoreboard. Presented by Thornbush Whiskey, powered by iScore. Thornbush, the new frontier in the world of whiskey. Bold, smooth, wildly unexpected. Come try the new official cocktail, the Florence Y'alls at Thomas More Stadium. Do have a righty warming up for Florence in the bullpen. 0-2, swing and a miss. Baker down on strikes, and 0 for 3 night for him. That is the third game for Pxp. Brings up Harbison, who's 0 for 2. That Ottawa at Windy City, that's the one that we really like, scoreboard watching. It is a 1-0 Ottawa lead. Going to need them to amp that up just a little bit. Top of the 6th over there. 1-0 Ottawa leads. Don't want to get Windy City back into that race. Evansville, if Florence is unable to win this, by default would be ahead of them even by not playing. They'll have a better win percentage. Florence playing a game more. First pitch to Harbison. Misses downstairs. Bottom of the 5th in Joliet. Schaumburg with a 5-3 lead over the Slammers.
Florence can still game one on the magic number with an Ottawa win, though.
That'd be great. It's bottom of the 4th. What else besides the Washington Wild Things winning? That one's cranked into center field. Nice line drive single there from Harbison. He gets his first hit of the day. And a one-out runner aboard for the top of the order now, Milo Rushford.
Yeah, tell Washington, get them all out now. Get them out before the playoffs.
Yeah, get him out now is right. Get him out now is right. Bottom of the 4th, they have a 7-0 lead over Mississippi. I smell a 6-gamer. Brooms out.
Oh, man.
Bottom of the 8th, Trois Rivières with a 5-0 lead over New York.
They have been playing better baseball comparatively to how bad of a season they've had as of late.
First pitch to Rushford. Off speed in there, bottom of the zone. Top of the 7th in Quebec, 8-4 lead for Capitale over the Brockton Rocks. 11-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Lake Erie over Florence. 0-1, ground ball right side. Off of the first baseman's glove over towards the second baseman. Acevedo throw, not in time. Ben Pxp was covering. Able to leg that out is Milo Rushford, his 3rd hit of the day. It's a sneaky 3-hit day from Rushford. Runners first and second, one away. 3-hit day when you only have 1 run. Florence has just 9 hits. He's picked up a 3rd of them.
Yeah, he's been good today. Setting the table a lot.
Yeah, very good.
Florence can't do anything with it.
Down east at New Jersey, a 7-4 lead for the Bird Dogs over the Jackals in the bottom of the 7th. And then our final active game, a 12-3 lead over for Sussex County over Tri-City, bottom of the 7th. That one's in there for a strike.
Tough Sussex County team. Really hard to sweep them.
One team definitely did recently. Florence Yellows. 0-1 the count to Blomquist. That'll conclude our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Thornbush, powered by iScore. At a certain point, we're going to be able to see that graphic up on HTN in the beginning of the season. We were really looking forward to it. Have not seen that. To see that pop up on the screen. Yeah. Maybe like a rolling lower third. 1-1, bottom of the zone.
Ticker?
Yeah. That'd be great. Like ESPN, you just see the other
If
scores.
we could personalize, get Thornbush on there for our sponsor.
That'd be great.
Just a picture of that nice Thornbush slush down at the bottom.
Maybe we can get like a live cam of the Thornbush slush machine. Just kidding.
Live cam of me drinking one? Or?
There you go.
I was going to say, maybe get one up here in the bucket. I mean, just a whole machine.
We're just throwing out ideas.
That one skied into center.
Spitball in here.
2 away, a fly ball from Brett Blomquist. Runners first and second now for the captain.
I mean, that might be my new favorite drink in the park.
It's certainly tasty. Certainly tasty. Do you like it on the rocks or do you like it frozen better?
I like it. I like the slush. I do like the slush. Now, but I'll take it on the rocks.
Rory, you're in the minority.
Yeah, no, everyone likes it in the slush. I'm a rocks guy. What can I say? I tell you what, the slush, I don't handle brain freeze as well. I'm not a brain freeze guy. I know it's Ben, Brain Freeze Howler, but there's your nickname.
Yeah, we just got the first
the brain freeze.
Ben, all the sauce. Brain freeze.
All the sauce.
But you saw my performance yesterday with the sauce?
I did see the performance at El Nepal. He passed the sauce. He said, let someone else pour this.
0-1
veteran.
0-1 to Zeisler.
I know my strengths. It's
swing and a miss. 90 miles per hour there from Pxp. Can't tell which righty is warming up for Florence. It's going to be Max Whitesell, actually. I just saw the numbers flash. 4-4.
Tell by that little bit of a more downward slot.
Yeah, it's not a bad spot for Whitesell to enter in.
Yeah.
11-1 game, his first appearance after a short stint on the IL.
It works out well. Always a tough task getting into a close game, high-leverage situation when you've been out for a while.
0-2, misses upstairs.
So I don't hate it.
1-2 the count to the captain. Bottom of the 7th, Florence trailing 11-1. Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Howard, joined here up with Kirk Kramer in the booth. Press bucket. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. Top of the zone. Pxp able to get out of another one. 2 hits for Florence, but can't move him past first and second. Heading to the top of the 8th. 11-1, Lake Erie lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the 8th, it's a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, always fresh, never frozen. Max Whitesell is in for Oscar Serratos. Serratos with 2 scoreless innings, allows 2 hits, no walks, a strikeout. Serratos in his first appearance with Florence comes in the bullpen for the position player, and he impressed. Able to keep up 2 scoreless. Let's see what Max Whitesell can do in his first stint off of the short stint on the IL. First appearance on short stint off the IL.
It's good to have Max back. You know, someone who has really been all different kinds of spots for Florence for this couple of years here. It's been a high leverage guy earlier in the year when the bullpen was very hurt. It's also been, you know, if there's anyone to give you a little bit of length out of the bullpen right now, it's probably Whitesell that's been in that position more.
First pitch popped up, foul territory, first base side. Zeisler over towards the netting, and it hits the top of the net. 0-1 the count. Luis Acevedo with a 3-hit night. He's 3 for 4, followed by Parks and Krause, the 2-3-4 of the Crushers lineup, with an 11-1 lead. We did learn the actual pronunciation, Whitesell. Whitesell.
Yep.
Whitesell, as we've been saying. Whitesell. Found that out on a bus ride. And I was like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, you know, I just don't correct people on it. That one's in there for a strike. So Whitesell. 0-2 the count. Fires one in there at 89, bottom of the zone. Definitely a guy for Florence where, you know, bring him into a sticky situation. He's gotten out of it a good amount of times. 0-2. Fastball outside. Need that one called. It was off the zone, but it's 11-1.
Yeah, honestly, some of his worst appearances come in when he's got his own inning to start.
Yeah.
He obviously has, you know, solid numbers on the year. It's not like he's been bad this year.
Is 1-2. Fouls it away. Tell you what, we are getting near the time of fantasy football drafts and all of that. You guys fantasy football players?
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
Oh, yeah. I have too many teams.
Too
Always
many or
too many?
Too many teams.
Too many. I think I have 4 leagues this season.
Too many teams.
I thought it was 2 mini ones. Yeah, that one's skied to center field. Brandon all over it. Makes the grab for out number 1.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys, too. I keep forgetting that they do the Saturday football now, the European football, and that is just it's messed up a few games for me.
You just got to look alive.
Seasons.
You got to look alive, Kurt.
I'm going to lock in a little bit this year. Start setting an alarm at about 8 a.m. Saturday. Check my lineup.
You could check it on Friday. You know what? You know what's great about football is you can check it on Tuesday.
Tuesday and Friday.
You don't have to wait until that last one. It is funny. It's a game where you set your lineup for pretty much is just a slate of games on Sunday, but you'll look at it how many times throughout the week? A lot. Look at it so many times.
Currently in my my biggest team, team with the most money, or for the most money. I'm in full sell mode. It's a dynasty team.
Full sell. You're rebuilding.
Rebuild.
Wow.
Trying to rack as many picks as possible.
Going into the year as a rebuild.
Yeah.
So you don't have any hope.
No, I'm not trying to win any games this year.
What went wrong?
A couple of really bad picks when the dynasty league started.
2 misses outside user error.
So it's been a league for about 11 years now. Dynasty for about 7 maybe. 4 years or 5 years in, we literally had a guy who wanted so many years that we decided to redraft.
Yeah.
The dynasty, but you got 4 keepers.
2-1 swing and miss.
My keepers were so bad, and that just.
Who were they?
I don't even remember at this point. It was 3 years ago, so I was in a tough shape going forward. DK Metcalf was one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely didn't pan out as well. I mean, still kicking around.
Not performing to the hype though. That's for sure on DK. I mean, a big body like that, you expect production.
It's like a Tony Pollard era right there. After a good first year, you might have kept.
Yeah, I'll tell you my trick is I personally give my guys a call. Last year I called up Baker. I said, look, man, you got to pick it up here in Tampa Bay a little bit this season. I had a lot riding on you, and I need you to just step it up just a little bit for me.
Think he ever got that voicemail?
He started playing a little better. I think maybe it went through to him. Maybe
except last year, Baker was the exact opposite of just all steadily downhill as the season went on. He was an MVP candidate 5 weeks in.
He was looking. The dude's a dog, though. At the end of the
Baker's
day,
great. Love Baker.
How can you not like a guy like Baker Mayfield?
I can give you reasons why not to like him, but I don't pick him.
Yeah, and I'm a Buckeyes fan too, and he's still my favorite player.
2-2, way up there, way foul. Count stays the same. Pavin Parks launches one, 389 at 105 off the bat. Pull side. Any like fun punishments for you guys? Not that you had it done, but your league does.
Yeah, so the one I did is actually you kind of get your choice. You have to pick 4 of, I believe it's 350 3-pointers. 30 crossbars.
Anything
100,
else?
125 field goals.
We spoke about this one before.
So the punishment just came in for one of the leagues I'm in, and the loser must wear this kitten singlet to a location of their choice. And I think it's been voted on that Waffle House might be.
Location of their choice is terrible.
Waffle House. That's a normal outfit at Waffle
That's
House.
how I feel. I think maybe you got to wear that to church or something on Sunday.
Yeah, no, my league's kicking around new ideas for a punishment. Wearing like some weird outfit picked up by the league and to a mall is one of them, and I was like, man, that'd be brutal.
Now, was it you who sent me the one where the punishment was the guy had to go play golf with no ball?
That was awesome.
Oh, I've seen that one.
That was great.
Yeah. That was not me.
Play golf with no
randoms.
Ball and at least 2 strangers. And pretend that you actually have the ball.
That's good.
So when I first read the caption before I watched the video, what I was expecting was that he was going to have to ask the strangers for a ball every single hole.
That's what
until he lost it. Until I actually see him swing no ball when he went up there. He played into the bit too. He had a mic on.
You could probably create one like Impractical Joker style, just consistently being on like the golf course and shooting someone else's ball on like the hole. It's like consistently getting people mad.
I know there is an Impractical Jokers on the golf course. I don't know exactly what they did, but it's something of that nature.
2-1. Skied out towards left field. Rushford coming in. He makes the grab for out number 2.
So I grew up on the course. My family owned a golf course growing up, and I'll never forget. We had a lady that she was approaching 90, and she played, religiously almost every day, but would never wait for the group ahead of her. She would hit onto the green, putt in front of you, and just keep on going. And we didn't mind. We said, hey, time is of the essence for her.
She's playing by herself?
By herself.
Just consistently just going through.
Just going through the whole time.
Wow. How about that? Ever shooting good or just like consistently, bogeying?
I'm not sure how she did. We just all kind of let it happen and think, well, you're hitting 90, let her go through.
Yeah,
Give her
fun.
as much as she can.
In a cart? Is she in a cart or is she walking? The grounder over to third. Broussard gloves it on one hop throw on a first is offline, but Hank Zeisler makes the tag. And a good adjustment. Max White, so just the one walk. We'll continue talking in the bottom of the 8th when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the 8th. Alexander Castro is the new pitcher. A Hooves Hangout pitching change. He's in relief of Ben Pxp. Pxp goes 2 scoreless innings. Does give up 4 hits, but 4 Ks as well. Kept things scoreless. No walks, no runs across. Alexander Castro was acquired today in a trade, I believe, with Ottawa earlier today. Lake Erie brings him in and puts him right into a ball game, 11-1. Should be a nice spot pitching with your new team. A late season trade between Ottawa and Lake Erie, and one that, Lake Erie obviously not really in the playoff race. Yeah. Ottawa is. And the numbers aren't even terrible for Castro. You saw, sub-5 ERA.
That is an interesting move. I'd have to see the details. Ottawa, speaking of them, though, they're up 3-0 on Windy City now in the 6th. Put them away.
Zade Richardson, followed by Brendan Bobo, Garrett Broussard. Tell you what, I had Zade Richardson on the home run board today. Why not a little late one here? Might not mean as much, solo homer, but counts all the same on that home run board. He's 0 for 3 today, still trying to find his first hit of the series. Enter today hitting .347. Grounds that one over towards Pavin Parks at third, fielded on one hop. Throw across the diamond is in time, 5-3 on the put away. So, Ben, any actual fantasy football punishments for you, or are you just going to steal ours?
In the past, we have done dog cage, where we just get to throw anything you want at them.
You guys have done that?
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
It was pretty awesome, I will say.
That's brutal.
My friend Gavin, he went through it. I respect him for it. Done Milk Mile. I mean, it's just a lot of the classics.
Yeah. I was thinking, it's not humanly possible to have 5 gallons of milk in 5 miles, is it?
No, it's not. I can tell you that for a fact. I can tell you that for a fact. It is inhumanly possible to drink a gallon of milk in an hour, too. I can also tell you that for a fact.
Yeah, you're just racking our brains. Obviously, everyone's done the Waffle House challenge.
Yeah, that was another one we've done.
2-0 fouls it away, 2-1.
My big money league, we don't have a punishment because it's a dynasty league and teams, I'm trying to tank right now. Like,
Yeah, no, there was one season we had a good one. It was while we were the majority of the crew was living in Boston, and it was the loser 2-1 misses outside has to go and perform on the streets of Boston until they earn $20.
Those are good ones.
And so the guy lost and was like filming it for us. 3-1 fouls it away, 3-2, and he did it lightning fast. And I said, you would have solved homelessness on the spot. I mean, he got 20 easily.
What did he do?
And come to find out, reviewing the tape, I see it's just a bunch of young men. And I go, these are your friends, aren't they? So
Wow.
his friends were coming up.
That's terrible.
And so he downplayed the league. He's been banned ever since.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, he's getting at least a
Harsh.
suspension.
And it was a conversation today to try and let him back in. It was voted no.
That's awesome.
And it was pretty interesting too, because a lot of people were like, if he does the punishment, then I'll vote for yes to get him back
Yeah.
in. And he had a layup too. He was like trying to get back in, and they gave him that option. He still wouldn't do it. I was like, are you serious?
Has it impacted any real friendships in the friend group? Or?
No. I mean, this guy I was acquaintances with in high school.
But no skills to pay the bills.
Yeah.
What did he say he was doing, or what was he doing in the video?
He was barely singing like Gangnam Style, and I was like, no shot anyone's coming up and giving you money for like a terrible performance too.
What would you do if you won that punishment? What was going to be your plan?
I would have performed at some capacity.
Yeah, but
Downtown.
Yeah, oh, okay. So you're saying.
Downtown Boston. I mean.
No, but I'm saying, what was your performance have been?
Oh, I probably would have sung. I think I could have thrown around the recorder a little bit, but I don't think it would have been too good.
I was a trombone player in
Yeah.
grade school.
I was
A little hot cross buns.
Yeah, I was super cool, so I played the clarinet. But
Cool kids
Like
only.
Squidward.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. I was like, all right, I'll try and be Squidward here. Yeah, it was 5th grade band.
I would have had to do I don't know, recite of the Constitution or something like that.
Really?
It's
Gettysburg
something
Address?
I'm not going to sing well enough to get
Yeah.
money.
Well, that's the thing. I think at a certain point, you're just out there making a fool of yourself at a time, and that can bring you money, but
Yeah.
not like I said, it was lightning quick. I was like, no way you're done.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
man.
it was terrible.
I'm upset that I heard that today.
And I was like the savior of the league too, going back through the tape. I'm like,
That
this
was you?
guy, yeah, this guy.
Went to New York, reviewed the tape.
Yeah, I threw the flag. A walk to Garrett Broussard.
Another one we've done, which I thought this was fun. 24-hour live stream. You had to live stream 24 hours.
That's solid. That's good.
So, I mean, there's some stuff in there where
Yeah,
you got to be careful. You just got to be. His goal was to just sleep as much as possible. He
that's not a bad goal.
He
Could get a chance here.
cut
Ben.
out a day.
On the roof.
Close, but no cigar on that foul ball.
Cut out a day. Just took a ton of melatonin and just slept as much as he could.
While being filmed. I don't know if I would like that though.
Yeah, but it's better than anything else while being filmed.
I just cut out a day and play Fortnite for a while.
That's true. He did play some video games.
I like the one that's you got to keep making TikToks every day until you get a certain amount of followers.
Yeah.
Brandon with another single. He gets his second hit of the day. He's picked up a 2-hit day, 2 for 3 with 3 times on base, including a walk. Runners first and second, 2 away. Good little debut here for Cole Brandon. Checking back on that score. It's 3-0 Ottawa now, top of the 7th. Adding a little bit of cushion. That's always good. Brings up Dylan Baker, who's 0 for 3. Florence has not scored since the first, trailing 11-1. Now he misses upstairs. We had one that was really just a makeshift one. I don't even think it hurt the person that did it too much. That one misses outside. It was run a gauntlet essentially. You're running around a track, and after each lap, you had to eat this one thing, and it was like a Chipotle bowl, a Big Mac, 20 McNuggets, and then a shake. And while running around, that one's laced into left field. They're gonna wave around Broussard. Throw comes to the plate. An RBI single for Dylan Baker. Florence trailing 11-2, but they get some life.
Good piece of hitting there for Baker. Hit on the screws, too.
98 off the bat there in the left field. That's back-to-back hits for Florence. Runners first and second now with 2 away.
That still sounds awful.
It was awful. Some of them are just only chosen so that obviously you get sick, and I don't think the guy got sick, so it was almost a failure.
I'm trying to think. Whole Chipotle bowl?
Whole Chipotle bowl.
And then a Big Mac?
Thing is, I think this guy also skimped out on the Chipotle bowl. Always trying to find a way out of this stuff. One year we had the comedy show, where it's a skit written by the rest of the league. And we got to the point where it was like, none of us are that funny. None of us are that funny. None of us are that funny on command to create something for it.
Oh, to write this.
You had to write this skit, yeah.
Well, that's why you had to make them go do freestyle.
Yeah.
Open mic?
Open mic, that's what I'm looking for, yeah.
Open mic comedy, that's tough.
Swing and a miss.
That's a tough gig there.
No one won the count to Kyle Harbison.
That was actually my punishment when I lost Fantasy League one year, but it was my first year of college, and none of the comedy joints around us you could get under 21.
Wow.
So I got saved. Hopefully none of my friends are listening to this. I think they forgot about it. Call back now that we're 21, over 21 to go do it.
I'll make sure to let them know. Or, I'll be able to hold that against you.
Yeah. I don't carry the case back tonight.
Yeah. I'm telling all your friends. 1-1 to Harbison. Fastball outside, no good.
I remember as a kid, I'd go to my dad's fantasy football drafts, and this is before computers. So you talk about
2-1, swing and a miss.
Some nerds in a room with books, and then there'd be a guy that would have to go through the stats every night and record the points.
Wow.
And you'd have to call on a phone and call in your order.
Yeah. That's wild.
Well, I hear stories about fantasy football back then when it's all on pen and paper and you're going through newspaper to do scores and everything. It's one thing when it's once a week for football. There could not have been fantasy baseball and basketball back then.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine commissioner every night going through box scores.
That really would have been tough. Full count to Harbison. 2 away, runners first and second. The payoff pitch, right down Broadway, called strike 3. Valdez or Castro able to get out of it. We head to the top of the ninth. Florence picks up a run. They trail 11-2. That'll do it for Kurt.
Gentlemen, have a good one. Thanks again for having me up in the bucket. We'll do it again tomorrow night.
Thank you for coming, Kurt. We'll see you in the top of the ninth. Top of the ninth, Florence trails 11-2. The hit column's actually sort of normal now, 16-11.
Yeah, I mean, not
Just
normal,
a little close. Yeah, just a little
but
closer.
normal in terms of how close they are. Yeah.
I mean, 11 hits and only 2 runs. That's interesting.
But a lot of double plays early.
Oh, really
from,
a lot,
from
yeah.
Reeves and,
Yeah, really helped them out a good bit. I mean, Reeves struggled early and was only able to surrender 1 run. Was definitely happy about that. The 1-0 cranked out towards center field. Brandon with a beat on it. Out towards the warning track. He leaps and makes the grab. Right in front of the wall. Cole Brandon has been doing it all for Florence today.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to have a better debut than Brandon has. He's got a ton of balls hit out to him, and he's played them all great. Finally makes a really nice play there. And he's got a couple of hits, a walk.
Looking at home in that center field. A lot of putouts today.
Yeah.
Brings out another lefty in Jared Watkins. He's enjoyed a 3-hit day, including a 3-run homer in the third. And that really put that game out of reach. Made it 9-1 at that point.
That was a turning point, felt like. They wanted to keep Webster in there, get himself out of it.
They've been outscored just 2-1 since the third. How about that?
2 of those innings from Webster, too. I mean, he came back and threw a 2-inning fourth, scoreless fifth.
Yeah. Jared Watkins with a 1-1 count on him. Still the beer batter of the game here in the ninth. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Down to the final strike here, possibly, for some discounted beer. It is going to have to be a quick turnaround for Webster. Face this team again next week. 1-2, swing and a miss. Beer batter of the game.
Good looking pitch for Weitzel. I mean, that is an interesting point. You know, some guys just have some teams that see him well. You'd really hope that's not the case. And to be fair, he's already pitched against him this year and had a really good start.
Yeah, he did.
So you kind of hope this is more than just that one-off tough day. I'll tell you what, Webster's 2 worst outings of the year, you'd probably say, came, back-to-back. Back in June, gave up 7 earned each at Gateway at Schaumburg.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully he doesn't do that again.
I would agree. It has. I mean, you really look at it, it's been a roller coaster. Not to say that, there's been a lot of bad, a lot of good, but just to say that all of the bad was kind of there in the middle. Had a really good start to the year, back-to-back scoreless appearances at his first couple of starts. Then those 7-run appearances hit. Then he's gone back down and been great until today.
Yeah, 1-0 in there for a strike. Now, he would line up for a 2-start week next week, so he would go Lake Erie and then Evansville to end that. And that Evansville series is obviously, massive in terms of playoff seeding. 1-1 misses out, 2-1.
Very early to start thinking that way, but you're lining up, I think, right now to get Villa and Webby in that series.
Yeah, you would.
That game 1's either Girard or whatever they do with this last starting spot. Now that Blowers is on the IL. Maybe Blowers is back. Who knows?
2-1 misses outside. Yeah, it's retroactive to Sunday, so it is already a few days into that 7-day IL. And talking to Blowers, he definitely has a bruise on his arm.
Yeah. That's the nice thing is it wasn't like a like a non-contact. It's funny to talk about with the pitcher. Of course, in baseball, there usually are non-contact.
Hard hit into right field. A 2-out single for Nick Chavez. Fielded nicely there from Bobo to keep it to just a single. That's the third hit of the day for Chavez either way.
Just 88 miles an hour off the throwing. You see pitchers come out of the game sometimes being hit with a comebacker. You don't see it a whole lot on the throwing arm. Throwing arm, believe it or not, are somewhat important to pitchers. May not think it.
That one misses outside. That one's in there, 1-1. Just the one hit allowed so far for Whitesell. Picked up a scoreless frame in the 8th. Has a strikeout and a walk to him. We said good spot for someone coming off of the IL. Really a no-stress situation. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Out in front of the off-speed at 75. That one just fell off a table. And after all this, Webster, down 9-1 in the third, we're thinking, oh, man, do we have the bullpen piece, to patch together the rest of this game? 1-2, misses down. You use a guy who's not really in your bullpen, and Oscar Serratos, he gives you 2 scoreless. Right now, Whitesell hoping to end this game, and you'd use just 1 bullpen piece. Keep everything fresh for tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Probably have everybody available besides Whitesell tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hines threw 2, but should be good to go after one off day if they need him.
2-2 misses in. Full count.
Trevia went 6.
Big weekend series against Schaumburg. You need everyone healthy for that as well. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Out in front of the off-speed. Whitesell, 2 Ks in the inning, allows just a hit. 2 scoreless in his return from the IL. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Florence with 3 outs to play with and 9 to chase when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Hoops hang out pitching change here in the bottom of the 9th. Jagger Duquette, the righty, will be in for Alexander Castro. Castro ends with an inning pitch, 2 hits, a run, a walk, and 2 Ks. Duquette, tall righty for Lake Erie. Just going to try and patch this one up. 11-2 Crushers lead. Would be the biggest loss Florence has faced since the All-Star break. All the other losses, 4 of them since the All-Star break, all 1-run losses. Currently down 9. Duquette, 9 2/3 innings, 7 Ks, 12 walks, 5.59 ERA. Maybe a get-right appearance for him. Going through the mind of the field manager for Lake Erie, Jared Lemieux. Get things clicking for him, trying to end this season. Milo Rushford will start things off. At the top of the order, a 3-hit day for Milo.
It's been good.
Kansas City Royals farmhand, former Kansas City Royals farmhand. Straight up defense, pretty wide open middle right now for Rushford. First pitch to him, misses downstairs.
Turning those caps inside out.
The what?
Turn the caps inside out. Rally caps on.
Yeah. Anyone down there? The 1-0 misses out, 2-0. Off speed in there for a strike, 2-1. Ben, tomorrow is another Thirsty Thursday here at Thomas More Stadium, but that's going to start off a pretty exciting weekend. Taking a look at our upcoming slice of the schedule, always brought to you by Snappy Tomato Pizza, the official pizza of the Florence Yalls. Florence will finish off this series tomorrow on Thirsty Thursday at Thomas More Stadium. Nathan Lawson against Alex Garbrick, right-handed pitcher, 0 for 4 with an 8.89 ERA for Garbrick. That one's skied out towards shallow right field. The second baseman calls everyone off, makes the grab for out number 1.
We talked about it earlier on the broadcast. That's a pitching matchup you'd like to take advantage of.
Yeah. It's one where you definitely assume that Florence has the favoritism in that one. Then we go to a weekend series with the Boomers. Friday is one of the, I believe it might be the last Bluegrass blowout. Pirates and Princesses. Actually, a very cool giveaway for Florence. It's a toothbrush holder. It's a Y'all-Star toothbrush holder. He's in like a cup and peeking his head out, and then the toothbrush holes come out of the top of the water tower head.
Nice.
Very cool one. Yeah, very cool. That's a good one for the kids. Obviously, that's what Pirates and Princesses is all about. One misses, or swing and a miss.
I'm not a kid. I'm excited for Pirates and Princesses.
Yeah, of course.
I will be fully dressed like Jack Sparrow today. Makeup and everything.
I thought you were going the princess side.
You know what? I could do both. 4.5 innings of one, 4.5 of the other.
There you go. And there's your fantasy football punishment. 0-2, swing and a miss. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Blomquist down on 3 pitches. First K of the day for Duquette. Florence down to their final out. It's the captain who's enjoying a 1-for-4 line. Either way, then we have Latin Heritage Night on Saturday. That should be a big crowd on Saturday. Another rockin' Saturday as well. A little post-game concert. Latin Heritage Night always draws a good crowd. It ends up, happening here end of the season usually. Florence gets to honor their Latin Heritage players. Yannick Villalobos with the Venezuelan flag in years past. Sade Richardson. Oscar Serratos would be new. Always cool seeing that. 0-1. Misses downstairs. 1-1 the count. And then another Bark in the Park Family Fun Day Sunday. On Sunday to finish off that series against Schaumburg. That would be Yannick Villalobos against Buddy Pindell. Good matchup there. The 1-1. Zeisler skies it out towards center field. Archer with a beat on it. Coming in. And he makes the grab to put this one out of reach. 11-2. Florence loses on Wednesday night. One of the more lopsided losses of the season. Can't say you didn't see it coming. It was a big offensive effort early from Lake Erie. All over Evan Webster. It was very nice. Went 5 innings. Really eased out the bullpen. Didn't have to use too many bullpen pieces today. 14 hits, 11 runs, no walks, and 2 Ks for Webster. His 6th loss of the season. The win went to Kobe Reeves, who labored a little but was just able to outlast Webster and get to 5 innings to earn that win. Obviously no save in a 9-run deficit. That evens the series back up at 1 apiece. We will have a rubber match tomorrow. Does give Lake Erie a narrow 3-2 season series lead as we continue this long stretch of playing Lake Erie 3 series in 3 weeks. So a nice, fun rubber match tomorrow. Nathan Lawson for Florence, 5-1 with a 4.83 ERA. He has been spectacular on the mound for the Yalls. Alex Garbrick for the Crushers. 2 righties on the mound for the first time in this series. He's 0-4 with an 8.89 ERA. That'll be a 6:51 start here at Thomas More Stadium. Ben, any final notes?
These losses are a lot easier to swallow when you're on the kind of run that Florence has been on. They moved to just 18-5 in the 23 games after the All-Star break. I think you're going to take that. Again, the first time that they've been out of a baseball game, you're playing 102 games on a season. It's the first time in a month they've been out of a baseball game early. So, these things happen. It's happened to Quebec. It's happened to Washington. Just got to flush it down the toilet, get Nate Lawson a pretty good start tomorrow. Yeah,
no, we were talking about several times where it was getting close. We were like, man, we can handle losing. We're playing some very good baseball. We can handle losing. They were just tough games to lose. This one, I was
you feel a little better.
Yeah,
for some reason, even though it's more runs.
It was 11-2. Yeah, you weren't coughing up a 6-run lead. You didn't get walked off on. It was would have been a spectacular comeback for Florence if they were able to piece together the offense, and they still showed up, with double-digit hits, just not as much as Lake Erie. Either way, I appreciate you guys, tuning in. If you're still here at the end of the game, always on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Yalls Radio Network. That'll do it for us up here in the press bucket. As always, Ben Howard to my right. I've been Rory Tettemer saying so long from Thomas More Stadium. Come on out for tomorrow's rubber match. We'll see you next time, and y'all have a good night.